Alrighty. Hold on. Game capture's there. Jams. So hopefully, I don't think the music is going to be too high comparatively, but I think we should be good with everything that's going. It took me an extra second because I realized I hadn't eaten like really much since earlier today, and I was wanting to have a little bit of a drink, and I don't want to do that on an empty stomach because I think that would give me the high chance of having a really bad day afterwards. Plus, I have stuff to do in the morning, so I won't have the chance to go crazy until tomorrow. But I like that, so I took the extra bit of time to make sure I actually ate something first before doing anything. Which, again, also, we're not going crazy tonight. Because I gotta be all responsible and stuff. Also, I love how she keeps walking in front of me. But I also appreciate the lights. Barely even started, and already they came in. Very delightful. Let me guess, you had eggs? No, I actually did not have eggs. I did want eggs, though. I was looking at them. I was looking at them, and I was like, oh, God, I kind of want one. But did not have the time for that. And we sadly went through all the hard-boiled eggs we already had pre-done, so if I wanted those, I would have had to have waited. No, I instead got French toast sticks, because I remembered that you can microwave those, and they're quick. And it's also like one of the only things we have. We had a portion of time where we tried to really stay away from like microwavable stuff, all the the frozen, pre-done stuff, all that. We tried to stay away from it. I think we're slowly gonna try to somewhat reintroduce it into our lives, just because we are finding out that like together we really don't make the time to actually do some of the stuff that we need to. Although we have stuff to make, like like a breakfast sandwich, eggs, sausage, and then biscuits and whatnot that we could freeze ourselves. Just for some reason we're I mean I know for me it's not surprising, but for her we are being I guess together unsurprisingly procrastinating like crazy. I had almost nothing in the fridge. Luckily, Postmates had BOGO. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, and, like, BOGOs, I feel like they're the only time where you really want to, like, do anything. But the only issue... Buddy, I need you to not be needy. No. No. You're being a needy bitch, and that's not fun. Stop being needy. Please stop being needy. Please, you need to relax. Like, dude, doggo, you know I love you, but I can't always have you as soon as you feel the need to have attention, then you just get it. But I already complained about that yesterday. But yeah, I think there's, like, not too many times where, like, the BOGO offer feels like it's, like, unwanted or whatever. Or not unwanted, but, like, from what I understand, they usually do stuff like that because they need to get rid of stock. So, like, apparently, like, the BOGO offers usually work out because, like, they want to at least make the money back that they would have lost by not selling it, so they pretty much are just, like, the BOGO apparently, for paying for one thing, kind of gives you a little bit of a, dang it, Togepi, you're still not the blue that we're looking for. But, like, the cost, at least it'll make you back what you would have, or, it makes back what it costs to buy the stuff, or to make it, or whatever. And then just barely enough to profit off of it so that you can, continue doing it and stuff. Oh wow, that was also our only egg. I was hoping maybe we would start strong, and maybe today could have been the day of, like, prepping for the run itself. But no, not today. I received the egg. Alrighty. Now, we have to really hope. I hope today that we get this damn Togepi. I've been doing this for so long. And I was hoping that tomorrow I could start Crystal. Because tomorrow... I'm going to set my phone... Oh, my phone's down there. That's right. So tomorrow... Because, like, tomorrow I wanted to start Crystal. If I don't start Crystal tomorrow... Like, if I don't have Togepi, I don't know what I'll end up doing. Maybe Smash Brothers? I don't know. Like, Mario Kart did very well yesterday. I was very happy with how Mario Kart went yesterday. And for everybody who was able to join in, very much appreciated it. I had a great time. They also did it. Come on, that's not even. Man. I spilled my root beer. Which I don't even know how I did that. I wasn't even like crazy full. I guess I just pulled away too soon. Oopsie daisies. They also do it because they know on Postmates there's all the attention. There's all the other attention on the menu. Keep seeing spend 30 and save 5. I just said no, I want free burger. Yeah, that's my big thing too, is whenever they're just like if you spend a certain amount, you then save a certain amount, and I'm like, yes, but hun. Because like she's like, look, if we do this, we'll save $5. I'm like, yes, but also you're spending $25 at least. Like that money that they're saying, oh look, you got this $5 back because you spent 30. It's like that's really not gonna do too much to them. And then you think all the people who will see that same deal and then want to use it, they're still profiting. It's not necessarily a deal unless you already intend to spend at least $30 somewhere. But like if you're a single person and you're like, well, you know what? Maybe I can just use that, and that's like food for, the next day or two. Because you spend 30, then you're just like, well, now I spent 30 when I really only needed to spend like 12 or 13. And that's even then is like if you needed to even spend that much. Because I know for me, I've had times where I'm like, I should just go in person, and I'm like, I can spend $8 and get what I'm wanting and not spend 20 to 25. I don't know. That's a conversation I had with a guy a couple of days ago. Because I noticed he's always getting Dairy Queen, which sucks because I always want Dairy Queen because I love ice cream. But I've been staying away from it because I know I don't need it, and it's not good for you. It's like ordering pizza online, buy 8 pizzas and get a free medium 1-topping pizza next time. Domino's was that for us. Especially when I was in. Like, Domino's was super, super convenient to get just because it was on base. So it was super, like, you didn't have to, you could just either go get it yourself, but, like, still order through the app. Or when they, like, delivered it to you, there's already, like, a dozen people who's going to be ordering them anyways. So it's like, you're not the only one who's doing it or whatever. And then you're like, well, and you know what? We're also giving some kid, who's a military brat most likely because they're working on Domino's on base. It's like, you're helping that kid out. I mean, that's how some people had the mindset of it too. Or that was the mindset they had. And for me, I'm just like, I left my phone ringtone on. Which I know everybody likes Ekum Bokum, but some people like, fudge, what's it called? Trying to remember what is a Mask Face Bandicoot. What does he say instead? I don't remember what he says, or he just kind of makes like a general noise. I don't know if you could write out what he says. Because then like the only other because I always think of Igum Bokum or Uminaka when it comes to like video game phrases. I don't know. That's like one of my go-tos. Only Juan. Oh, and I also have to keep in mind when 7 o'clock comes around, because I'm gonna be watching some other people's streams as well, which I think I'm gonna try doing on here. Huminaga? Okay. I mean that makes sense to me. I try to always think of I always have to think of the Kid Icarus videos, because like I said, I've never played the games, but I've watched a lot of Kid Icarus, and he is a huge fan of those games. No, Joe Bros is at 7:30. No, I think I'm gonna be watching Mr. Rye because he's playing. Like, dude, it sucks having so many different people that you want to like join in on the shenanigans. But no, I think like Mr. Rye playing Wario World only because it's a game that I know is just kind of goofy to watch. But no, I know Joe is starting DKC 3 today, which I know everybody's going to be wanting to, probably see what Night Yoshi's opinions are on the game. Which I think very much when he was doing his run of DKC3, I think he very much was trying very hard to be all AVGN about it, which isn't a bad thing. But like I don't know. For me if you play a game to just like hate fuck it, I think you just gotta let like the anger build naturally and then give it a proper hate fucking. You can't just start off immediately with it. Yeah, oh yeah, no, he is not a fan of the game. But most people, from what I understand, they don't like it is because of Kiddy Kong. I mean, he is a super unappealing character, which I know that I'm not the only one who has that opinion. But I mean, like for that one, for me, it's just like it's like I did not like design wise how he was. I think especially for the fact that he's supposed to be like a little kid and is also in feety pajamas. Which I get, it's like, it's a video game, one, so it's like there's not supposed to really be logic to it. But the idea that that is supposed to be going and rescuing DK or Diddy is kind of like, no, I don't believe that. Damn it, Togepi. You can tell he doesn't like it, but I'm pretty sure it's 100% amped up. That's 100%. Which, I mean, the nerd says, I mean, like, well, I guess, I don't know if people just call him James or whatever, but, like, he said the same thing. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I definitely, like, over-exaggerate a few things. I think he said he even admitted back in the day that he would, like, purposely fail things to try to make it look like something was worse than it was. But I think he used to not, like, he used to be like, oh, no, like, everything I do is totally legit. But at some point in the future, he was like, yeah, no, I definitely, he's like, no, I definitely kind of faked some stuff just, just to give me something, because he's like, yeah, you'd play a game that, like, yeah, it's got a lot of issues with it, but they don't happen as often, so if I use just what I normally had, it would look more like it should just be, like, minor gropes and gripes, but when you ham it up a bit, he's like, that helped it. DK3 is a C+. So I only just recently played the first DKC, and I liked it. And I don't think I'll ever say, like, I don't regret it. Playing with somebody else, but I think the issue that you kind of have with playing with somebody else is that you don't get to have the experience yourself, and a part of me kind of wishes I had that, and I think I might do that for 2. I'm not 100% on the idea of it yet, but a part of me kind of wants to do 2 by myself, and then maybe do 3 with somebody else. No one in real life could be as angry as the nerd. You've never seen a fucking diabetic who's got anger issues and their sugar is low? Because I promise you, I've seen angrier than that, and it was real. And I actually have a little bit of that issue myself. Like, I'm not, like, going around, like, beating people or anything. But, like, I mean, it's definitely, like, a genetic thing. Like, it's a disposition toward, like, anger, which I've gotten way better with. But when I had my concussion, that made it really bad. Especially, like, starting out and, like, trying to get things figured out. I was pretty abysmal to try to have to be around in certain things. 2 is harder than 1? All the more reason to maybe try it myself. Because then I can struggle. And bitches like watching somebody struggle. Isn't that right, bitches? If you're out there, you guys will let me know. You guys will tell me if you want to. But like if I get like... And like in video games, I don't get like mad frustrated. Like I'm not throw the controller down and like, or like yell at the TV. I'm not one of those guys. But I'm one of those like where I mostly like my hate engine ends up like the anger it's for video games at least, it's like it's deep, and I just know, just close your eyes. The game is designed to be this way, especially older ones that were like, if they're like arcade ports or it's made in a certain era, the issue you end up kind of having is that they had the mentality of arcades, where arcades were supposed to be ridiculously hard, well, because like one of like not having to put in like not having to use up too much. Like you may not have all the data to make a game look nice and also be long. So to elongate it, they just made them ridiculously hard. But then also had to make them hard because they want your money. And there were people who I think they had that mentality of, well, you know what? People are playing video games at home because you want to play games like at the arcade, but you want to do it at home. So then they gave you games like the arcade games, and you didn't really need that because you're at home. You can play as long as you want, and you don't have to worry about like losing quarters. But they still have the data limitation, so I think that's the only reason that like games in like in the earlier era were just ridiculously hard because they were just like, we have arcade mindset. And it also probably didn't help too that you had a lot of people that like I think it's like they wanted to like they didn't know what necessarily to do for an arcade a game at home, especially like storytelling or anything else, which is why they like heavily relied on the manual for storytelling, or at least they felt the need to have to put in a lot of the effort in the manuals to tell the story, which apparently that's how like Donkey Kong Country is. Like you can look at the manual, and the manual will tell you like all this, the whole story, the whole shebang about it, but they don't tell you jack squat in the game. You just kind of like start, you can go back, you can see your banana horde's been raided, and then you get all sad. But they're like, no, there's a deep hatred for the Kongs, and that's why they took put in the effort to steal the horde. And I don't remember if it also like it gives you the reason as to why like Cranky's a dick, or I guess Cranky. But yeah, games more rudimentary, so they didn't have the option of programming movements as well. That definitely didn't help either. Well, and it's weird though, because you get like sometimes where they like I guess it's because they don't. You have to learn more, and like that's why like you get a lot of games like at the beginning of a console's life cycle. The games are really shit, and I don't mean like they're like bad, but they don't feel like they're as well made as games that were made toward the end. Even though it's like, okay, well, if the console had the capabilities or people knew to do this, why didn't they do it at the beginning? It's like, because they were still learning. Plus, if games were too easy, no one would play them, unless you're like 4. Or there are some people who, people. Like nowadays, if your game is easy, you can kind of get away with it. Now you just slap on it's cinematic mode, or it's the story driven mode, where it's like you don't care about the gameplay, you want to see our story. That's what you're here for. And then they have like that difficulty slider where it's like, okay, now you've already the story, you kind of don't care. You now want to like possibly get your ass handed to you. Like, that's what you want now. Or you get, like, some games where they went, like, too far in the direction of difficulty, where it's like, okay, now, depending on the kind of player you are, it's either mandatory grinding to actually make it anywhere in the game, or it's you have to really get good, while also not feeling like you're trying to cheat yourself out of an experience. Like, I really wanted to try to play, like, Bloodborne, or, like, one of, like, the Dark Souls games. I think I have Dark Souls 1 for the Switch, but like my issue with it is I want to like those games, but the fact that they do require so much trial and error, and it's either you have to get very, 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 very good at it through trial and error, or you just have to kind of like level up a really good amount to then be able to kind of like, make it through. Which I think I don't remember, because like, and for me, I don't know where I got to in Dark Souls the first time I played it. I just remember walking around what looked like to be the outside of like a castle or like its walls, and just kind of was like circling an area there and trying to grind up there. But I couldn't tell you like how well I was doing or anything else like that. I have no idea. Also, what is that notification for? I can check out what this is. Oh, it's an ad for something. Oh, it's for this. There we go. Now we get rid of that notification. Now I can pay attention to this. Yeah, and that's like the thing is it like so like for me, I've gotten to a point in my life where I know that I cannot say something is good or bad because the problem is that everybody likes different things. You might hate something, whereas somebody else is like, "Are you kidding? That's my bread and butter. I love that shit." So I won't ever say something is good or bad, but I will definitely say that's not for me. And I think there is some kind of drive that I have to want to play a Dark Souls game, like especially one. I do want to be able to actually try. Can I get a Thunderstone from you? Thunderstone. Right now I'm on Route 38. If you're close by, let's battle. You know what? Let me go see if I have an egg down there. If I don't have an egg, I mean I'll go battle Dana. Why not? Or Dana? No, Dana? I'm gonna say Dana because she's only got one in. It's about making something a challenge and encourage you. I mean, it does, but the problem is like there are some people who do not have a. I love this song. It sounds so good. The issue you end up kind of having with that though is that like some people do not have a good threshold or a good a tolerance for something being difficult. So if something is too difficult, you're also going to deter a lot of people. But depending on that, you know, the developer or whoever it is, they might not care. They'll be like, okay, that's fine. Somebody doesn't like it, then it's not made for them. Like, you know, I'm okay with missing out on that. What's going on, Mr. Q? Hope you're doing well. Dude, I'm trying to get Togepi today. And I believe in myself. We're going to get Togepi. Because I can probably stay up until close to like 11 or midnight. I gotta get Togepi today. It's gotta happen. I don't know if everybody's gonna try to be around for that long, but dag nabbit, I'm gonna try. Too hard with no reward. Most people won't want to keep trying. Yeah, that like for me, like that's kind of part of it. Like especially with how their level up system works. Like and I think it's kind of why I really like how Pokemon does their stuff. When a Mon levels up in Pokemon, they have all their stats in a way increase, which is super nice. Where you get like Dark Souls and it's like, okay, you get like points or whatever, and now it has to go to something specifically, but all your other stats will then stay the same. Mega Man and Castlevania versus Dr. Dude. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, my goodness. The fact that that game is even brought up, my goodness. Because you're talking about, like, the original one, right? Like, the original Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? The one that, like, nobody likes? Even though, supposedly, if you actually know how the game is supposed to play, it's not, like, unbearable. But because it's one of those, like, old-timey games, it's like, you'll never know how it exactly works. So it's just, like, you'll hate it because you try to play it naturally. And then you don't understand why you lose. Didn't know there's more than one. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe maybe it's just because I always assume that there's multiple of everything. The reward is just walking forward. Oh yeah. Well, no, it's the story. That's what you're there for. You're there for the story. But yeah, no. Like if a game has like bad incentive, then yeah, like what's the point of it? Which I think that's unless it's like you do it for the glory. Because I know that was like a big thing that you did back in the day was you did it because it's like, dude, none of my other friends beat this game, but I was the first one in our friend group to do it. So like, hell yeah, I got that going for me. That's why like, and then you had like the like the end screens that people used to have to like take pictures of because it didn't save. So like if you beat it, unless you literally like had everybody quickly come over and like see your victory. It's like you just had to take a picture next to it and just be like, see, look, it's me, and that's my TV. You recognize that. Now take the picture. Wow, the fact that you actually live that, Stantler. Do I have an Ultra Ball? This Stantler is stronger than I kind of assumed it was going to be. You might actually have good special. Stantler, you weren't supposed to do that. Yeah, like the biggest thing is like, yeah, it's definitely like incentive. I mean, though, you have to kind of wonder though, like, I mean, with, I guess, kind of like with any video game, like, what really is like for this one, like, yeah, you beat the Elite Four. I mean, technically, the only real reward. I mean, I guess in this game, it's kind of hard to actually say that because, like, in Gen One, I can understand just because you beat the Elite Four, it doesn't really do anything for you because now you just have to just keep beating the Elite Four because there's not really much else that goes on. I got to skip a step. My female Foy Coco has modest nature already. Hell yeah, dude. Well, you know what's like? This is kind of cheap on my end, but what I used to do, especially in Gen 6, because you had people who would like shiny hunt. Oh, I guess we're gonna hatch a Togepi here. There are people like for people who used to shiny hunt, or actually, I guess I still do it now. But I used to do damn it, Togepi, you're not the blue we're looking for. I used to like just do the I used to just do like wonder trades, and I would just get like breedjects, and I would use those, and then like use those mons to like breed with others so that I could get like well IV'd mons. Just because I was like, I'm not gonna put in all that extra effort to do the, the thing. I can't do that. I was in high school at the time. I couldn't be doing that stuff. And it has slack off already. Just got the breed of the I0. Just got. I mean, it doesn't really. What do you need the zero? Like, why does it have to have 0 IVs for attack? Unless it's for hidden power? Because, like, other than that, I kind of don't know what the whole purpose of doing that necessarily is. And, I mean, if that's just me, like, yeah, sure. Like, cool. It's just me for not understanding. But, like, if there's an IV that doesn't matter, like, for it to be 0, like, does it really matter that it's 0? Unless it's for something like that. Yeah, I always just want to double check to make sure that something is not, Oh, is that it? Oh, I guess I did have a full party. That's nice. Release. Bye, Togepi. Bye, Togepi. And goodbye, Togepi. You're not the eggs we're looking for. It's in case you face something that does, oh yeah, like foul play. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, see, look at that foul play, for example. Hell yeah. See, I'm on with you. Like I said, I'm very good when it comes to Pokemon games, but like sometimes I am very blatantly ignorant on a lot of things, but it's intentional. Because like for me, I almost see it as like if it's information that I don't necessarily need, I'm okay with not really knowing it, which I mean is a very ignorant thing to say, but if it has purpose though, hell yeah, tell me that shit. So like that makes sense. Which I think that's like one of the only moves that really does that. It uses your attacks that I think it's like foul play is one of the only ones. Because then like the only other thing it does is like having like a low attack like that, like if for some reason you're using a beat up strategy, which I think in the newer games it actually got a little bit better. Like possibly having a lower attack isn't necessarily great, but again, that's also if you're using a beat up strategy that's not for justified use. Which like that being a thing back in the day, which because I don't think that people do it anymore. But like using one of the a mon with justified and then just being like, now use beat up on my own mon, and it's like great, we're getting stat boost because of justified. Only one that's threatening the Skillagers, yeah, that's true. That's why like I can't think of like another move that utilizes. I mean, unless it's like comparing it. And I know like one of like the big like foul. I mean, there's 2 foul play users. I think they have like I think Purloin uses it, or Liepard, and then Umbreon. But that's because Umbreon ain't got jack for offensive stats. I mean, its special is not too terrible, but that thing is meant to be a chonker, so it's meant to take hits for days. And Umbreon is also, I don't know, it's actually, Leafeon, as of late, has actually been fighting for my love when it comes to like the best evolution. Until they make a Steel type evolution, which they probably never will. But if they make a Steel type I mean, it probably sounds redundant for them to do it. But unless they make either a Steel or a normal evolution, I think Umbreon is gonna be like my number one. But like I said, also it's Leafeon kind of fights for it, just because I really like Leafeon's stat distribution, and it's a little bit more fun to use, in my opinion, than Flareon is for a physical attacking evolution. Be blue, Eevee, or Togepi? Of course not. Of course you're not Togepi. Why would you do that? That would be nice. I like Leafeon as a Pokemon. It's not helped out. Well, I mean, I think they... I mean, it's the issue that Leafeon has is that it's restricted by the stat distribution that they've maintained with them for a long time. It's not the best typing, but it does prevent it. Like, just giving it a secondary typing typically seems to just be a killer for grass types. Because you get, like, I mean, because, like, for some reason, just adding, like, any secondary typing to grass just makes it, I mean, just terrible. Even though I love Cacturn, what are the two grass ghost types? Because I think there's multiple. I know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's two of them that were introduced in Gen 3 because Shiftry is the other one. Like, such an interesting type combo. Terrible execution of it so far. Like, the fact that I can take a Crobat, and I always EV train my Mons even in casual play, so like I'll take a Crobat to the Elite Four, and it'll be like, you know, max attack, max speed, or whatever. Or sometimes I even do max attack, max HP just to help make it like kind of bulkier. I will actually carry Leech Life sometimes to the end, which I know sounds stupid, but like having Leech Life on Crobat actually helps with its longevity and not having to use potions and stuff. And I sometimes do not mind not having Bite just because Bite's a physical move or a special move, and Crobat does have better physical. Like Leech Life to me sometimes is not horribly unviable. Especially if I know, like, at some point I maybe intend to transfer it up to Gen 7. Then it's like, hell yeah, now it's really good. And you already have it. Even though it would be a TM and I could teach it to it anyways. Trevenant? Yeah, like, well... So, like, luckily having Trevenant with Ghost type does not really give it, like, a 4 times weakness, which is nice. But, like, you get, like, some really bad ones, like, I mean, like, because they have Grass Steel, which only had one 4 times weakness, but dang it, like, the one Grass Steel type that does have it, though, like, it, I mean, because it's, Ferrothorn, or Ferrothorn, however you want to pronounce it, like, that mon is so fantastic, and if they bring it back in, ZA, it'll be interesting to see without having Iron Barbs, because they don't have abilities. Like, I mean, of course it's a Legends game, which is why personally I try to, like, Bug Steel is great, dude. Bug Steel, I am having to actively fight myself, not just adding Pineco to the team, especially since we'll have the Togepi with Headbutt early, because it's learning it because of the Togetic I have, or that I'm using. It is super difficult to, like, not want to just add Pineco, because Pineco is one of my favorites to use in this gen. But I think if I also used it, I would want it to have some egg moves, which means I would have to try to, like, finagle that to happen if I wanted it to be both shiny and have, like, those killer egg moves, which I don't necessarily think I want to put the effort into it. But maybe in the future when I'm wanting to do, like, so, like, I'm actually going to, not this weekend, but next weekend, I gotta go out and I gotta try to look for a physical copy of Stadium 2. A legitimate physical copy of Stadium 2, because when I do play Crystal, I'm gonna do the same thing I'm doing for Yellow and then Stadium 1, where I am playing them both, like, simultaneously. So I wouldn't be playing like Crystal. But then if I have a team, my team is able to do one of the cups or whatever in Stadium 2, I want to then use them for that. Uh, that's my intent at least. And it'll be semi interesting because of the fact that they're shiny. It means that they're not going to be able to have the best DVs in the world, but it at least it'll be fun seeing all the shiny mons putting in nothing but the best work. Um, yeah, so that's something that I'm wanting to do. But yeah, like Fortress, like having that on the team, so hard not to do. And then you get like Scizor also, like even like, and I guess like the big thing that Scizor was like does in this gen, and I think it still did it in Gen 3, and I think it even did it at the beginning of Gen 4 because of Diamond and Pearl having the moves that it did, before it got before Bullet Punch was introduced into its move set, or a move it could learn. Like it mostly was used as a baton passer, which I kind of wanted to do that, but I weirdly had fun trying to use it in Gen 2 with Swords Dance, Metal Claw. I think I ended up... so it was Swords Dance, Metal Claw, Quick Attack, and then I don't remember if I had Fury Cutter on it, which I know is like a terrible move to try to use competitively. But since you're playing against, the computer, it's not always like impossible to try to do that stuff, but if you're going against people, the best thing to use Scizor for is Baton Pass, which I'll probably, I might try to make one in the future for that. But yeah, like it just was it because there's so much you can do. It's agility and Swords Dance you can pass off. Like if I was able to do that with, I mean, like for Alligator, it could be fun trying to do something like that with it, although it really doesn't need the help all that much. I mean, it kind of does, I guess. I'm trying to think of what are the other ones that I'm going to have on the team. I mean, like Togetic, maybe-ish could benefit from that. Weirdly enough, people have been trying to make Fury Cutter work on Cleavor. I mean, the problem is that you have to be willing to rely on luck. And also be, have the potential of being able to not worry about flinches that much. Because all it takes is like a fake out or something else to then just like ruin the, because you have to do it in a row. It doesn't mean just because you selected Fury Cutter, multiple times that's going to work. Like if the sequence is cut at all, like with a miss or something else, like it's screwed. Like you go back, but it was nice though that they raised it starting I think at like 20 or 25. Sharpness, Metronome, Terra Bug. And it's also got to be fast though to be able to make sure that it actually hits first though. But it also does have to work with just the bug typing for a weakness, which is kind of nice because then you don't have to worry about the rock weakness. But I think you also lose potential resistances or neutralities losing that typing. Come on, Togepi. I need you to be blue. Still wouldn't do it myself, but fun to watch. I mean, I don't know. I just like doing doubles more. So, like, even then, like, if I tried doing it, I think if I did it, the way I probably would is with a partner mon that has acupressure, which I know probably sounds a little odd doing that, but like I think that's the way that I would go with it, just to try to see if you can give it like a boost that would help it out in the long run. What do we have? 3 Togepis, and then that. What are yours? Are your stats good at all? 8, 12, 10, 10, 8. Oh, so that's actually a good Togepi. Okay, so what I've been doing is and that's which one? That's Togepi number 1. Okay. Number 1 Togepi. Number 1 Togepi. So we'll deposit you. The rest get released. Because they do not have stats that I potentially want to have for a future use Togepi. Because yeah, even though I could still use, because I think I have an Onyx or two, one or two Onyxes that I wouldn't mind in the future using because they've got really nice stats compared to, and I know they'll have nice stats. But it only works on singles. Cleavor is horrible in doubles. Well, yeah, I mean where Surf is everywhere. Yeah, no, that would be a terrible attempt. You get Surf is everywhere. I mean, Discharge is just not fun for it. Kyogre is used a lot. You get Rain Water Spout that hits both players. Ugh, disgusting. I'm trying to think if there's, other than like Lava Plume, is there really like a move that's, oh, you know what, Heat Wave. I was going to say a fire type move that hits both in doubles, but yeah, that would be Heat Wave. Can't believe I couldn't think about that. Is there a grass type move that does that? Does Leaf Tornado do that? I don't remember if Leaf Tornado hits both. I don't think it does. Does grass have a move where it hits both opponents on the other side? I can't think about that, if it does or doesn't. Oh, really? I can't believe that brick wall didn't want to talk to me. That's garbage. You know what I just kind of thought about too? A part of me actually wants to... like the way that I've been using Psych Up and doubles with my Quiver Dance, Tinted Lens, Venomoth. I've been having my Grumpig that has Psych Up doing, using Psych Up after a couple of boosts. I kind of want to do that almost with my the Dunsparce, but only for the speed and special defense boost. I know I'm not going to make it a special attacker, but I think having those two stats boosted would be super nice. It's not even that, its main gimmick is setting rocks with Stone Axe. Hazards aren't anywhere near as good. Oh yeah, especially that too. Like, you can use it, but you're not going to get as many switches in anywhere near the same as freaking singles does. But it's also because you already have half the team out when you have, when the battle starts, it's half the team's already out. Unless you're doing like a full team of 6 or something. How many spots? I think we have 1 spot left. Because the Eggman cometh. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm one of those too where like I would love to see hazards actually be useful in doubles. But the problem is that like doubles does not do the full team of 6, which I get why. Just because it kind of does that thing that like Pokemon Stadium does, but it's also because it's what they used to do like back in the anime and stuff, where it's like, yeah, you have a full team of 6, but you're only going to use like 3 or 4. And then it's like, in the anime or whatever, it's like, okay, now it's like the last battle, okay, now we're doing a whole ass 6-on-6 thing, and it's gonna be the shit. And every time, it was the shit. Blue? Fuck, it's not blue. Damn it. That's fine, Togepi, I don't want you to be cool or anything. It's fine. Stick with your regular red-ass spot. That's cool. No, I was going to say, because I don't think it's going to matter stats that are getting passed down or whatever based off of gender. I don't think that's an issue when using Ditto. I love how Rattata does the little booty shake when it has its animation. Oh, you're still asleep. You're still asleep from Stantler. I gotta go fix that. Because I know I'm going to stupidly want to go and battle somebody else. Because I do want to get... even though I know I'm not using it for anything, I do want to get this... actually, no, I think this is my Bayleaf with Giga Drain. I am going to be keeping this, but I at least want to kind of get in a Meganium before I'm done here. Heavy duty boots, like screen swapping and sticky webs. Yeah. I mean, still, like, chip damage is still chip damage. But, yeah, like, heavy duty boots. Yeah. I know there are some people who, I mean, I don't know if it's still an argument or not. Do people still say that, like, heavy duty boots needs to be gotten rid of? Like, are there still people who are like up in arms about that, or have they finally just gotten to a point where they're like, heavy duty boots is here, just whatever, y'all. We know there are people out there who don't like it. Freaking tough. Like, what are you gonna do? Okay, so I do have a spot. I just gotta put that Togepi away. The zone, deposit. Bye, Togepi. You're not shiny, don't want you. I need my shiny egg. I've gotta get it tonight, man. I've put in so many hours for this Togepi. And so many people say that Togepi is not good. Oh, shucky darn, it's freaking 7. That means Mr. Rye is on. I gotta go and hop in on his shenanigans. So I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright. By that logic, every good item needs to be banned. I don't know. Well, for some reason, just people got like really upsetty spaghetti over. Like, people got really upsetty spaghetti over heavy duty boots. I don't know why. I think it's because people didn't like the fact that like Volcarona ended up being able to do like super well because of that. And then down. Yeah, dude, like, get rid of choice ban. How many mons would end up being like way more useless because of that? Oh yeah. Unless an item creates an unfair interaction with particular mon. Like, what is it? Technician, loaded dice? Yeah, dude, was it like, you get freaking like, what do you call it? Yeah, like, if you get, I know that was like a big thing people kind of got like a little like miffed about, was like how well like Technician Tail Slap with loaded dice does. Like, that can be pretty gnarly. Like, I think it actually does like enough damage too, where like you can have like a Minchino or whatever else is using it have like a Jolly Nature, so that more than likely it can outspeed the opponent while also still hitting like the truck that it has the potential to be. And it's funny because it's just a little less, you know, or I say little, but like, it's just a Cinchino, but people are just like, this is a menace now. Togepi. Why? Why, Togepi? Also telegraphs the strat. Typically, yeah, but I mean, dude, sometimes people just don't care. Like, it's not enough for them. And not saying, like, you know, anybody's right or wrong on it, but some people just still just, like, they'll have the, I mean, because I know that's, like, a whole argument, too, that people have, where they're just like, this is too good, just ban it. It's like, okay, but this still has, like, very, like, easy, you know, like, this has tells of, like, what you can do to kind of, like, get away from it. And people are just like, I don't care, like, we want it gone. It's like, that's a little extreme, but alright, if that's what you guys really want. And it's, like, incredibly annoying. It's, like, so lame. Plus, there's a very popular Steel Ghost type Pokemon who walls every useful loaded dice attack. Wait, Steel Ghost type. Because we know it's... Dude, we got a guy in my Discord who is so happy that they're bringing back Hone Edge. Because Aegislash is his freaking boy. He is so happy to see that, you know, that mon is coming back. I'm trying to think of what the other Ghost Steel type is. Oh, yeah, Golden Go. Dude, I've not... I think I have a Golden Go. Oh, you know, I know I do, because I completed the freaking Pokedex. Like, I like Golden Go. I feel like it's... I don't want to say like Golden Go feels cheap to use, but like it almost feels like it was made too good. Golden Go also can be statused. Oh yeah, well, statide, statide. Yeah, words are hard. I'm not gonna try to like come up with other stupid shit to say for statuses. Is statusust. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. Hell yeah. Status I just want to see something solid. It's kind of unfair, but again, nothing is stopping anyone else from using it. Yeah. Well, it's not one of those mons too, where like if you put it in like Uber, well, because what is it tiered at right now? Because it's probably still just OU, right? I don't pay attention to tiers that much because I don't usually go by like the Smogon rules and shit. I know a lot of people do. It's OU. Because like I feel like if it made it in Ubers, it wouldn't do as well as everybody imagines it would. I don't know. Togepi came out of the egg? Whack. It's not the mon that we're looking for. Egg? No, no egg. This girl always walking in my way. So upsetting. The guy in red has not gotten in front of me lately, but now that I've said that, I've probably just jinxed myself. And they will be there, and that is going to be disappointing. When it does. And egg? No, alright, no egg. King Gambit and Dragapult counter it pretty well anyways. Dude, King Gambit is one, like, I don't, when people are just like, there's a lot of people who are upset that like, that Bisharp got an evolution. Because they were like, it didn't need it. It's like, people say it didn't need it, but like, who all was really using, you know, who was using Bisharp like that often? Because I don't think people were really doing it that much. Do I have? Yes, I do have a Togepi that I can put away. Access, use PC, yours, deposit. Buy this. Come on, give me a good one. I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of like what's another mon that like in the future that I hope kind of gets an evolution. Other than like Raichu, like I think Raichu still needs one, but oh yeah, actually, you know what's one that really needs one is Delcatty. But at this point now, I can imagine that they would just give those mons like megas. But I have a feeling they really wouldn't be able to really do it too well with like Pikachu, just because like giving Raichu a mega, then people would just be like, well, why doesn't then? Oh, actually, you know what? Now they could do that because now nobody gives a shit about Ash's Pikachu, so they could give it. Now it can hold Eviolite and be super bulky. Was a niche OU pick for strong Sucker Punch, but it's too slow to be a real problem. Yeah, which I guess that does help. I don't know why they... I don't know. Like, I still don't know if I don't know if I can get behind really at all the idea of them lowering the power of Sucker Punch. I still don't feel like that was necessary. And... yeah, well, and does it have to be a Stone Evo, though? No. Like, I don't know, like, it... I mean, I guess unless you consider a Mega Stone a Stone Evolution. But, like, I mean... and that sucks, too, because, like, those are, like, two mons that I immediately was like, well, they require Stone Evolutions. Unless they want to be crazy and retcon the evolutions. Unless they want to retcon it. and just be like, you know what? No, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that Delcatty evolves at like level 20, and then we'll give it an evolution that requires a Moonstone. SP was a problem, but it didn't need as big of a nerf. Yeah, that. I mean, if they wanted to maybe lower its accuracy to 90 but keep the same power, I can understand that. But just making it weaker, because there were a lot of mons that I think really needed it, but they weakened it for mons that really didn't need it. Or is that my shit opinion? I don't know. Could be my doo-doo butter opinion. Yeah, and that's their biggest thing is like the distribution of moves, man. A lot of it's like actually like I kind of got like mad with like how they had a lot of moves that Mons had that they were just like, nope, not anymore. Come on. It was a move that the Mons who could take advantage of it abused it. I mean, I don't know. No more bubbles on my Mega Blastoise. That's the biggest crock of shit. It's had it forever. I mean, well, it didn't help too that they, like, because it was redundant to have Bubble and Water Gun. Because for some reason, they made. It's like for some reason they were like, we have Mons that we don't want to have learn Water Gun, but can learn Bubble. Because then they made Bubble the same power as Water Gun was. Cause like, and that's what, cause like that's what Bubble was supposed to be. Bubble was supposed to be like the intermediary. Or no, Water Gun was supposed to be like the intermediary between like getting Water Pulse and then like having Bubble. I mean, cause like that's another good thing too. Is like, it's something that I've heard a lot of people actually complain about. Is you have the like the way that moves are nowadays. It's like, yeah, something starts with Water Gun, but then by like level 15 or 16 something's getting Water Pulse, and then by like level 25 it's getting like a water type move like Scald or something, and you're like, so what's the point? Like, just at this point now just start them with something like Scald. Like people are just like, you know, the way that the moves progress now doesn't feel right compared to the older games. Because like that, and I kind of have to agree with that too. Because it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, something's getting stronger with levels, but then once you get like higher in the levels, that's when the moves are also supposed to get better. So it's kind of weird when you get something that's like 15 or 16 that unless it's through like breeding or something, it's getting moves that are like really good. Like, dude, you mean it wasn't even a distribution? They literally gave it away like Halloween candy. I mean, freaking Emboar gets it. Togepi, blue. Do me that solid. Become blue. Come on. Yeah, dude, literally. Come on, no. I love Halloween candy. I'm trying to think of like, dude, my go-to Halloween candy back in the day was Butterfingers, and now I can't eat peanut butter, so I can't really, unless it's like I'm gonna eat like or drink a bottle of freaking Pepto. Like, I can't have peanut butter anymore, and like Butterfinger was my go-to. Now it's time for Sprigatito. Sprigatito, dude, that is my wife's. That was my wife's favorite starter out of the 3 in Gen 9. She really liked her Sprigatito, but that's because she likes cats. And she's also like of the same mindset too, and it's just because she likes proper cats more. The fact that they keep making all these freaking evolutions bipedal She was like, I would have liked to have seen what they would have done with like Sprigatito if they would have kept it like if they would have kept it a quadruped. Like, I really wish they would have done something with it being like a quadruped and its tail being like a vine or something. Like, that would have been the shit. And they were just like, no, we're not doing that. Like, why? Why wouldn't you do that? That would have been cool. And then they were just like, nah. Like, and then like what is it? The one that really didn't make sense was Litten. Like Litten, it's like you had like both of its it's base and then evolution were quadrupeds. Why is it then all of a sudden Torracat was like, I'm gonna walk on two legs now? Like, no, lame. They should have made it like what they could have done is they could have made it look more like a lion. Although I guess I did just in a previous generation have a fire type lion, but I think they could have gotten away with it though, having two of them. Really? Really? Dude, I mean, I'm trying to remember when the first time I probably used a grass starter even was. Because, like, as a kid, like, Gen 1, I used Charmander. Gen 2, I think I probably used Totodile. Gen 3, I know I used Torchic originally. Gen 4, I know I used Chimchar for the first time, because I liked Infernape's design. You know what? I think Gen 5, I still used Tepig. I knew I wasn't going to use Snivy. Gen 6? I used Froakie for Gen 6, I remember that. And Gen 7, I think I used Rowlet. I used Rowlet for Gen 6. Or no, Gen 7, sorry. And then Gen 8, I think and these are all like first times. Gen 8, I used Grookey, that's what it is. Because I knew I did not like Sobble. I did not like Sobble's design, and I did not like Cinderace's design. But for some, and I will say like Gen 8 is probably like in total like my least favorite group of starters. I think Gen 4 had probably the best starters ever. I think Gen 3 had the best. Aesthetically, I really liked Gen 3. But I don't know. I think like just Gen 4, like usage wise, Gen 4 was the shit. I've used it before because Wolfie VGC needed a companion about Incineroar in every game. Oh, needed to complain about Incineroar every game. Squirtle, Totodile, Torchic, Chimchar, Oshawott. Froakie, Litten, Scorbunny. Ew, Scorbunny, gross. Another mon that they gave freaking. Essentially, it was Protean, but they tried to call it something different, but it was literally the same damn thing. Oops, sorry. Libero, that's what it was. Dude, and it's like, it's weird, like, over the last couple of years, like, I definitely, I've grown to like grass types more and more, but I also know when it comes to, like, my favorite starters, like, of all time, it used to be Bulbasaur, but now it's Tepig. Like, I'd say, like, 4 or 5 years ago, like, Tepig became my favorite starter out of all of them. But Bulbasaur is still my favorite Gen 1 starter. Scorbunny was just the least weird to me. I don't like the fact that Rillaboom had drums. I don't like a drum. I don't like that. But everything else about it was good. I didn't mind it. I don't know. It's just like I just know I just didn't like Inteleon. I liked what they were trying to go for, but there's just something I don't know. I think it's because I mean, granted, like, there's a lot of mons where, like, it doesn't necessarily seem crazy natural, but, like, the idea of just how, like, the Gen 8 mons felt super unnatural. And I think Sprigatito was one of those where like it kind of like Sprigatito for me is on the same line. Like Quackable being like the dance or whatever that it is, I can still understand that being the case just because birds in nature, do that whole dancing thing. But I don't know, like the oh my gosh, why can't I remember? I used Oh yeah, in Gen 9 I used Foy Coco. But I did not know what Foy Coco's stats were gonna be. I thought Foy Coco was going to be a physical attacker, and I was super pissed to find out that it was a special attacker. Because by the time when it was fully evolved and I saw what its stats looked at, I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? I was like, what? Why is its special attack higher? I was like, what's going on here? And then people were like, yeah, no, like, it's a special attacker. I was like, oh, this is some bullshit. With a busted, it was a very good signature move. Very good signature move. Was it Scorched Voice or whatever? Like, I love that mon. Like, for me, I like using, I like, even though I know nobody would, like, say to use it, but I actually don't mind having, like, Flame Charge, Scorch Song, I think it was, Scorch Song, Shadow Ball, and then, like, Hyper Voice or something else. Torch Song, that's what it is. Like I said, it's so sad. I don't remember the names, but it's because, like, I liked what Gen 9 wanted to be, but there were a lot of aspects to it that I still just did not like, but I'll still play it. I'll still do the battles, I'll still do raids and all that jazz. That's fine, I don't mind. Togepi, disappointing me still. Not a fan. Get better, Togepi. Eggman? Hey, Eggman. Deposit. Yeah. I really wish, and this is, I had even said it too, if they were going to try to go for that overworld shit, or the open world, the way they did, I had said they needed to wait until Switch 2 to make it. And they didn't do it, and I was like, that's how you know it's going to end up not being great. And yet it did. That game pissed off a lot of people. And I knew it was going to. So sad that ended up being the case. And then now, like, I've seen how it looks, because whenever I do the battles, it'll be with my Switch too. Like, the fact that it looks as good as it does now is what it should have had at the beginning. That's what's the disappointing part. That's how it should have been from the get-go, and it wasn't. Oh man, boy howdy. So disappointed with that. Oh, at least though, and I remember too, somebody was talking about it. I remember having a conversation about it in my Discord, and I was like, when they make the next, when they announced Legends, I was like, what's gonna end up happening? And I called it, and I remember the day it came out. I literally had, actually, as I say, the Aegislash dude, he when the announcement was made, he added me and he was like, dude, you called it. And I was like, oh, I know, I called it. I said that, yeah, I was like, they announced Legends EA, and I was like, dude, what's probably going to end up happening was Legends EA is going to be released on both consoles. It's going to happen. And then somebody was like, oh, no, I think they're going to use it as an incentive to buy a Switch too. And I was like, no. Because they learned from Twilight Princess that if you announce a game during one console's life, and then you change course and you release it on the next gen console, you're gonna piss off a lot of people. And I know they're gonna remember that. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have the spot. I was like, I know they're gonna release it on both, but like the Switch 2 version is gonna be significantly better. Because now there's actual differences between the two consoles. It's not like GameCube and Wii where they were practically the same. The biggest thing ended up just being like the control specifically. Um, which I mean, and that's what happened. They're like, we're gonna make it for both. But the Switch 2 version is gonna be nicer, and then literally people were just like, "Yeah, you called it," and I was like, "I know." They kind of didn't have too much of a choice, because if they didn't, then I mean, just people were gonna riot. I wouldn't have rioted. I kind of knew I was gonna be a bitch, and I was gonna go buy the Switch 2. But like for I don't know, like for the fact that there were so many people who were trying to be so like anti Switch 2 and hating on Nintendo and stuff. And I'm like, man, I was like, you guys can hate on it, but like the fact that people are just like, I don't know, like I think for them it's like I knew people were gonna be hypocritical and still buy it, and of course they did. I knew that was gonna happen, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then people got online and they got upset. All these people who said we needed to boycott Nintendo, and here they are day one with their Switches, and they're like, hey guys, so I bought it, and I gotta say, I love it. And it's like, okay, but where were you like last week when you said you weren't gonna buy it? Did you forget that? And it's just like, don't listen to old me. He doesn't know what they're talking about. It's like, I think you do, but okay. Come on, Togepi. We need you to be blue. I want to have you by today. Gosh, I hope I get to have you before 9. Like I'm kind of a sleepy bitch right now. So like part of me kind of wants that. Like I kind of want to have it before 9. Um I think the latest I'd probably stay up if I really want to try to get this is 11. So I mean that's how many hours before I don't get the chance to have it. Who knows? Who knows? Because I don't. As I say, I think I still have my spots full. Oh, Red, you are doing so good. I even boasted earlier you weren't walking in front of me, and there you go. You walked right in front of me. I was so proud of you today. Gone. Gone is my proudness of you. And Eggman? No? Alright, that's fine. But did I hatch? I don't think I hatched a Togepi. Yeah, we did not hatch a Togepi yet. Boy, I really hope we get it before freaking 9. Man, I am so freaking... I'm a sleepy-ass sheepy right now. Which, where are we at now? Oh, we're at an hour and 20 right now. That's pretty neat. Pretty good. It's not too shabby. And then, bloop. Nope. I'm going to be watching you and Joe right now, so I'll be here. Just might be less active. Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's right. He's on now. It's 7:30. Hopefully everybody that's going to be there has a good time with it. I know there's going to be haters there. I might swing by there. Probably I'll more than likely will swing by there. We'll see how this goes. Damn it, Togepi. I need you to be shiny. Do it for me. And then down. And then stay on my way. Thank you. And then Eggman. Oh, hell yeah. Eggman's there. Killer. Uh-huh. And there we do this. And we'll deposit. And we will let you go because you are not the shiny Togepi we're looking for. It's not a shiny Togepi at all, so lame. I don't know if I'm at the point where I'm like past odds right now, but like, golly. You do want it, yes? What time is it? 7:30? Yeah, we're fine. An hour and 20 minutes, and it's only 7:30. We'll be doing fine. And down. Also, definitely gotta make sure that I don't go in the grass. I mean, I have the Ultra Balls, but like my big thing is I don't want to accidentally run into a shiny. Although typically what I end up doing with like when I play Pokemon is I do not use repels. One to save on money, and then two, that is typically how I have ran into my shinies in the past. Is because I don't use repels. Repels are very helpful in that. They're very helpful in the regard of like not wanting to just have encounters, but like I lower my odds of finding one whenever I do that. And yeah, I think I appreciate too much being able to just find the random ones. Especially in the older games, you feel a little bit more, it's a little bit more of a gift when you find them in the older games. And then down. Oh boy howdy. Like, and I should not be like tired already, but like my goodness. I'm a little bit of a sleepy sheepy. Not fun. And then Tolly, do you have a water stone for me again? No, are you gonna talk about a Golbat again? Oh, no, lost to Wild Rattata. Alrighty. And then Eggman? Oh boy howdy. Come on, get me the blue boy. Blue boy? No. Alright, fine. Togepi came out of its egg. Hell yeah, dude. Eggman? No? Alright, fine. Gosh, I'm hoping to see it soon. I really hope so. And then down. I kind of wish too, like, I was really hoping that, like, having a Togetic with Double Edge, I was really hoping that that was going to actually, like, you know, get me what I wanted. But it ended up not being the case. This thing is probably going to be, like, level 70 by the time I take it out. I mean, it's not even EV trained. That's going to be the worst part. Because I'm going to have, like, a level 75 Togetic. Though, I mean, it will end up probably becoming a part of the, you know, my 100 posse, which is a huge posse. How many months? Okay, we have one we can put back in there. Hell yeah, dude. So let us deposit, release, buy Togepi. And then, man, I was really hoping, like, for how much effort I've already put in on just, like, hatching all these other games. Good granny. Not getting lucky at all with this. Oh, boy, howdy. Alrighty, yeah. And then, bloop. And then we're gonna go. And then, do I want to also, I don't know, like, I don't, oh, you know, I was gonna say, do I want to try to have Togepi have a move from the move tutor? But I think the only other way that I would really want to have I think the only other way I would really want to have Togepi have any other, like, special moves is gonna be from the trading in coins for the TMs. And I don't know if I want to do that necessarily now. Like, I wanted to do as little, you know, juicing of my Mons when I do Crystal with these ones. Like, having Headbutt on Togepi, I'm kind of fine with just because Togepi is so weak. It'll help make it actually viable, like, you know, when the time actually comes. Because without it, I mean, it has to get switch trained. And then, like, the best move I'll have for it for a while is Metronome, which is a coin flip, and I am not about that life. I am not about that life. And then Eggman? No, no Eggman. Alright, fine. Totes. Totes. I love how simple the animations are for this. It's just, like it literally, it's just like you see like 2 pixels kind of move on it, and then it's just like sprite color changes, and then the head just gets moved back and forth. Check out stat wise. What are you looking like? 8, 12, 12, 12. Oh, that's actually another one that's got fine stats. So I will have to wait. Did it have 19? 19. Okay, wow, shucks, yeah. Deposit. There we go. Nice. And then let us hell yeah, Sean. Oh no. Alright, sorry, I'm trolling somewhere else. Because that's the kind of life that I live. Not always, though. Hell yeah, come on. Blue Togepi. Blue Togepi. Whack. Alrighty. Oh, it's gonna smell nice. I do love the way the maple smells on this. And then bloop, Eggman? No. Alright, that's fine. Sipping on gin and juice. And then bloop. Nope, no Eggman. Whack. Sipping on gin and juice, baby. Dude, I have that song. That song is only in my head right now because I heard, it, I think, on my way home today. But it played like the, I cannot remember what the guy's name is. But there's one version that played first. It was, it's done by like in a total different genre of like what it originally was played. And then I do have a Togepi. What are your stats? 8, 9, 10. Oh, nope, we're putting you away. Gross. Oh, wait, no, I need to go put it away first. And then deposit. No bad Togepi. And then here we go. Sipping on gin and juice. I'm gonna probably just like blast that when I go to sleep tonight, just to listen to that song. Even though that is like, I almost like kind of want to play that song like with my wife around, so she could just listen and just be like disgusted by it, just like, what? Why would you listen to this? This song is gross. And be like, no, it's funny. It's cool. And then nope. And then Eggman. Really? Oh my god. Oh my Lanta. Bloop. And bloop. And then, come on, eggs, be good. Be good for me. Be good. Ah, so sad. So sad. And then, bloop, down. And then, Eggman. Oh, wow, Eggman's actually there. Deposit. Right? Not shiny. Oh, wait, 19. 8, 9 is a... Nope, gross. Gross. No, like the stats. Oh, I'm just gonna walk this way. There we go. Hell yeah. Your Pokemon was holding an egg. We don't know how it got there, and we never will stop asking. Of course, now they don't even have to worry about, like, trying to tell us where they come from, because now it's just like, oh, you just found eggs in a basket. Like, even though you're watching it, they don't actually tell you. Craziness. And then... Blue? Nope, no Eggman. Whack. Wiggity whack. Boy, freaking howdy. Come on, Togepi, I need you to be cool. And then bloop. Come on, game. Be cool for me. I've put in so much effort. You gotta be nice, right? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna sneeze. I was like, I felt it. And I was like, I definitely need to make sure that I, like... Come on, sneeze. Is it really gonna do that? That was annoying. The sneeze was right there. It was gonna happen, and then I was like, wait a minute, it's not doing that, like... It's not doing that, like, huge jump. Okay. I almost had to sneeze again, but I'm like, nope, it's gone. We're good. And then... Bloop. No, alright, lame. Huh? Come on. Give me the blue egg. Give me our blue baby. Big time disappointed. Big time sad. Goodness gracious. Bloop, Eggman? No, alright. And then bloop. And then Eggman. No. Alright, Eggman. This is that song from that one oh my gosh, what is it? And blue. No, sadly, no luck. And I don't have any. I mean, I have stuff that I have to do in the morning, but like other than that, I don't have much else going on, and that's not going to be until like 8 or 9 that I'd have to go and even do it. So like, I'm kind of wanting to put in like the effort to like to get it today, because I want to start the crystal run tomorrow. I want to so badly to actually get to it, right? Because you're not, and you're 19, so gross. Its stats are bad, dude. Trust me. The idea of it is there. It's definitely there. I'm not gonna, but I wanna. But like, the game has not been like terrible for me with all my other shinies, so I can't, like, just because it's not giving it to me now does not mean I should be like, I'm owed it by the game. It's like, no, I'm putting in the hours. Though, do you guys, actually, hold on, do I have a full team of Mons? I do. The last time I checked what level the Togepi was, or the Togetic that I'm using was at, I put it in at level 38. It was level 62 when I last checked it, and I still have not gotten a shiny. I am getting so many damn levels just from getting this Togepi alone. I am gonna have like one of the world's strongest Togetics by the time we're done here, and I don't know how I should feel about it. It's pretty whack. And then Eggman? No, all right, that's fine. No, I don't need you, Eggman. And you know what? Jeez, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. Man, I'd appreciate it if y'all left a like. Putting in an hour and 40 minutes of effort, I feel like now is an okay time to put it out there. But like we're gonna try to stay here until we get that blue Togepi. I hope it doesn't end up being difficult. Who knows? Maybe even this one could be it. Wouldn't that be nice? Come on, game, be cool, be cool. No, all right, yeah, you don't have to be cool. I mean, it was a suggestion, I guess. I'll smack that like with my... Oh, my goodness, I hope you did that in the privacy of your home. Dude, I always like hate it too, like having to use like something else to like be able to like navigate stuff. Or like, dude, I hate when I'm like I will say I use my I will use like the Google Assistant for like if I'm in the shower or like my hands are messed up and I have to I gotta like change something on my phone, because like there's some things that you can just like yell at your phone to like do it and it'll be like, okay, we'll do it. Actually, and we'll deposit you because you have nice stats. Because at some point in the future I do still want to have a Togetic for other uses, and I would love for it to have these great stats already. We don't know how I got there, but do you want it? Yeah. Until, you know, I was going to say until I already have gotten the shiny, I don't want to accept an egg. But I think if I've even already gotten the shiny, you still got to take it anyways. Like, I think I mentioned it in the last video. Nice stats. Thanks, I grew that myself. I made it all by myself. And we're totally not going to do anything nefarious with those delightful stats. You're going to end up with a whole box of Togepi. Dude, and then, like, forget what they were for. Why the hell do I have all these Togepi? I don't know. Might as well throw it away. Dude, and I actually... So, because, like, what I intend to do with, like, the Togepi that I end up keeping... I'm going to end up taking them over to Stadium 2, and I'm going to use the rare candies that I have stored in it, and I'm going to, I think I can get them up to like 17 or 18 just to like get them at a higher level, and try to get a more accurate number for what their DVs actually are, and then made the best Togepi survive, because the one that ends up having the better stats out of the whole group, I'll end up keeping it, and the rest, they're gonna get deleted with the save file. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have a few Mons that I will take out of this save file to keep. Like, I'm gonna keep the at some point I hope to have it be Meganium, But we'll be keeping, at least right now, the Bayleaf. I have a couple of mons from other playthroughs that I need to keep, because like I have the Dragonite that I use to get my Dratini. And then, I mean, the shiny Dittos, of course, we gotta keep the shiny Dittos. I've done that plenty of times. Like, yeah. It's kind of hard to be accurate with the DVs because of low levels. They could, but it is nice, though, at times when it's like, okay, at this point, it's gonna be between, like, 13 to 15, and I can tolerate that. I know, like, you know, like, a true competitive player would be like, no, I want 15s across the board. Unless I'm gonna go with a, unless we're gonna have like a hidden power mon. Other than that, gotta be all best stats ever. Whereas for me, I'm like, I don't mind if it's like 12 to 15. Valor. A wild Raticate got away from me again. It was so close, really, just a little bit more and I would have won. See ya. Okay, Dana, I really would like it if you gave me a Thunderstone before. You suck. I would love it if you gave me a Thunderstone before we like left here. Dude, this Ditto and aren't feeling each other. Only 2 eggs in 15 minutes. Dude, I thought you were gonna be like, this Ditto, the one that I have, is gonna be like level 1 billion. At this point, I actually think that the Ditto I have in the daycare is now level 100. It was 98 the last time I looked at it, and that was definitely hours ago. I now more than likely have a level 100 shiny Ditto that is not EV trained whatsoever. So literally, it is just going to be used for baby making. I don't know if I'm proud of that or not. I know what I am is disappointed in these Togepis not being shiny. That is a guarantee. A guarantee. Don't fall, Cup. Togepi came out of the egg. We'll get high level. It's going to be back to 0. That would be sad. I would be very sad about that. Which I love how for that like whole like that glitch that you can do in Gen 1. That's actually a thing you can do with a mon, is you can have like the level 1 or whatever, with a thing, and then it has to just gain a level, or it has to gain enough experience that's under a certain number, because if it gains more than that number, then it does just become like level 1 again, or the game freezes. But if it's below that, then it's just like, boop, 100, done. You now have a level 100, whatever we just spawned in. Which I think, usually they just do, they spawn in the Nidokinks, and then you can just level 100 Nidoking, and then you get a Horn Drill, and it's just like bam, 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 bam. And it's a huge bummer though, because the freaking because it gets no EVs. It's like, yeah, it's level 100, but like, then what? Although I don't know if it's able to, if it's that thing where like you can have it do battles and stuff, and then you put it in the PC and then take it back out. Do the DVs or the EVs? I don't think they'll apply, because I think they have to be able to. I think they have to be in a state where they can still gain a level in order to actually get it. Because I remember before, people were like, oh yeah, if something is like level 100, then it's like, that's it. Like, you can't EV train anymore. But I know Gen 1, if you put it in the daycare, or not daycare, if you put it in the PC, I think its IVs would, what do you call it? Activate? Be applied? Be applied. I want to say be applied. That sounds fancy and smart. So we're going to say will be applied. Plus I also think that's just the right thing to say. That happened to me in Gen 1. Caught an over level 100 Hypno through Missing No Glitch. Leveled it up with rare candies to 255. Then rolled it back to 0. And now you got that sweet level 1 Hypno. Hell yeah. And then bloop. Nope, nothing. Lame. We are almost at 8 p.m. where I'm at. So cool. And I still don't have my... I mean, we're at an hour and 47 minutes out of doing like 3 or 4 streams just trying to get Togepi. So, this game's been super nice to me. Also, I don't remember my phone vibrated earlier. I wonder if it's important. No. 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 Okay, cool. Nope, nothing to worry about there. That's good stuff. Hell yeah. I don't know what game this is from, but this sounds like Lester the Unlikely. I know it's not, because Lester the Unlikely wasn't an N64 game. Unless for some reason somebody just added on there for the lulz. But this sounds like Lester the Unlikely. But then again, a lot of games' music probably sounded like that, though. Just because they'd be like beach themed or whatever. That makes sense to me, though. I don't know. I don't know. Either that or like Pokemon Snap. That's like another game where I'm like, it kind of sounds like that. I can imagine it being Pokemon Snap, though. Route 34. Oh, hell yeah. Egg. Eggman. Bing. Blah, 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 boop. Deposit. I just want to double check. Like, no. Shiny stat. No. Release. Don't need you. Release. Don't need you. And release. Don't need you. Hell yeah. There we go. Come on, it's past 8 o'clock now, game. Don't you wanna let me like get a good couple of hours of snoozing in before I have to go and I gotta renew my license. I gotta renew the tags on for our cars. I'm gonna give up so much money tomorrow to our good old government that I totally want to do willingly, and not because I would have to worry about the threat of myself or my wife being pulled over and potentially arrested or having our cars impounded. Definitely not because of that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright. Let's take another ship. Ah. Delicious and mapley. Nice and A&W-y. That is such a lovely chaser with that. It's so nice. And I think I'm only going to have the one tonight, though. Because tomorrow's when the fun begins. Hopefully. And like I said also, like next weekend, I got to try on, I think I'm going to try on Saturday. I got to go try and look for a physical copy of Stadium 2. And I gotta hope I gotta make sure it's a legitimate one, because like I said, when I play Crystal, we're gonna do Gen 2 at the same time as well, and it's gonna be awesome. Though I also do need to still do more stuff for Stadium 1, but I guess I gotta I think I gotta make another team for it, unless I want to just do rentals for round 1, and I might actually do that. Togepi, be blue. You need to be blue. This red stuff is not cool. It's not your look, babe. You gotta be better. Oh, look at your ugly stats. Oh. Okay, only your HP is ugly, but everything else is actually fine. But if your HP is not great, still not keeping you. Garbage. I have also still, I have been listening to freaking The Lonely Goomba. I was listening to him, listening to his stuff at work all freaking day today. And I just keep having, his little, theme song in my head. Even though, I've heard it so many times, I still, goof it up. But I love it so much. It's so quick, it's so simple, and it's so funny, just for what it is. Like, the whole concept of he's just the first Goomba that or one of the first Goombas you see in the game that's just stuck between the two pipes, and that's just his whole shtick. Although I do like in the comments of some of his stuff though, where some of the images he'll use or whatever, and they're just like, huh, that kind of looks like a lot to have just in your space that's between two pipes. I don't know. I feel like the lore is kind of being broken a little bit. I don't know. I also I love shit with personality, and that is personality in that whole shebang. Though I will say I did try watching his verse video, and holy crap, the difference in how he does his stuff now compared to back then is so it's huge, and it's also one of those things too where like it definitely it's like I like going back to like a lot of people's older stuff, especially if it's somebody who like I find like nowadays and I end up liking their stuff just to see like the change that they go through, because it does weirdly it makes you feel a little bit better about what you end up doing online, just because you're gonna be like, oh man, I'm doing this and I'm terrible at it and I feel like I shouldn't continue doing it, but it's like no, like all those people you really liked watching back then, like go back and look at their stuff and then tell yourself that again, because I promise you that like at that point that they're at, like that's where you are now. You just need to you need to stretch your legs and get used to what you're doing now, and you'll find your groove. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, where I'm like I feel like I'm still in that. Well, I know I've definitely at like a different point, because like especially for like what I was doing to start out may not have been exactly great, but the way I've been doing stuff now, like I feel like I have been putting in more effort into it, and I like the direction it's going. Give you the motivation to want to keep doing this. It's kind of nice seeing how I have progressed, especially when it comes to like using OBS and shit. I've gotten so much better with that. Like if I would have done a DS game, which would have only been what I had on the Wii U, if I would have done that before learning how to like crop stuff properly, it would not look the way it freaking did me doing it now. Because I really like how I'm doing it now. And I gotta think too, like there is another DS game that I am wanting to do. It's gonna be New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I want to do that, but I don't know when I want to, because there's also a bunch of other games that I would probably want to play before that, but I'm not entirely sure. My goodness, we were surprised your Pokemon was holding an egg. You do want it? I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? I also think I want to do I kind of want to do like showdown battles again, but only because I want to use like the team that I had in it, which were like not great mons. Just going and doing like the ranked matches and just like like anytime that I like, get my victories, people are just like, your team is garbage and you suck, and it's like, but why did I win? And then but they've already left. Like they just put in their comment and they run. And I'm like, wow, chicken shit. I love it. But then occasionally you get people who are like, just make a comment, and I'm just like, I mean, yeah, it's not great, but I had fun. And they're like, we're not here to have fun. We're here to have battles and to win. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm still having fun, though. That's what I'm here for. And people don't like it when you play competitive games for fun. That apparently is very wrong. You shouldn't do that. How dare you if you do that? Oh, this is a nice-ass Kirby song. How much you want to bet that one egg you let him keep was that... Shut up, Renegade. I that still bothers me. That still bothers me, that one that I accidentally hit B on. That was probably it, and I'm now going to have to cycle through like another 64 to get it. Trust me, that has not left my mind. And I've made that mistake in the past. Damn it, Renegade. It is so toasty in my room right now. Oh, but the rest of this week is going to be like high 60s, so it's going to be super nice this weekend. The weather's going to be so good. We're going to actually have to take my dog out to the PARK with how the weather's going to be. Go out there, we'll throw some stuff for him. It'll be fun. We'll have a good time. I might even... Oh, actually, if I do it, it would have to be, like, early in the day. Probably end up doing it on Sunday. Because I know my wife's got something she's got to do on Sunday, so I can go and do that by myself. Trying to get the universe to shut me up and get it to give you the shiny. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? Universe. Give me the shiny. Renegade wants it. I want it. That's like 2 people. That should be enough, right? That's enough willpower to make it happen. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice if this one was it? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? At 8:10 at night? Oh, of course not. Of course it's not. That's fine, game. I want to be here till 11 tonight. This is fine. This is why I'm here. We're gonna be here. I want to say like 10:30 or 11 is probably around the time that I would get off, which is not for another 8, 9, 10. So 10:30 would be 2.5 hours. 11, 3. I want to try to be here, or at least until like that, if I haven't gotten it yet. Once we get it, I'm freaking calling it a night. Like, not like I'm like, okay, we got it, bye, and then like end the stream. But I would definitely be like, okay, we got it. All right, let's wrap up. See you guys tomorrow where we start Crystal, and then we do that. But without it, we're gonna have to just keep trying. And like I said, the biggest reason also that I want to have the Togepi now, and not try to have this be the one of the ones that I breed in the actual crystal file that I'll be playing through, is because I want all those steps while I'm hatching the other 2 eggs, and then have, you know, the time and everything else between, you know, when you start, or when you're able to do your first trade, which is once you get the Pokedex, until now. Like, I want all that time so that we can get Togetic as soon as possible. Because I know it'll totally be possible to get it. And I know Togetic stats are not great to where getting a Friendship Evolution that soon is going to feel game-breaking. But then I also have another part of me that's like, just use the Zubat. It's another good flying type. It evolves through friendship. You already have it. But, as some people have already said, not looking at any specific people that may or may not be in the chat right now, that have convinced me, hey, you've already made it this far, just keep going, you've got to do it, commit, you got to commit. That's the point where I'm at right now, where I have definitely committed. Did I want to commit? Probably not, but did I? Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure at this point now, are we geniuses or what? Do you want to see your Ditto? The fact that this Ditto grew by 2, that means that this Ditto, if we look at it, is level 1, gosh dang 100. Level 100 blue Ditto. That is just from breeding. And it's not even like breeding as a whole. That was just breeding during this time. This thing started at level 62. And now we're here. Oh my goodness, that Ditto is now 100 because of that. Golly. That's absolutely bonkers. And now we'll look, and this Togetic, when I put it in, this Togetic was originally 38. And now if you look at this oh yeah, no, Togepi's not going to win. But if you look, 65. This thing was 38 when we initially started. Like, Double Edge, Metronome, Charm, and Headbutt. Like, this thing is just absolutely bonkers. I'm the daycare lady. Should I raise the Pokemans for you? Yes. Togetic. Okay, I'll raise your Togetic. Come back for it after a while. But yeah, that is level 100 Ditto. Which is nice though, because now that means that with that Ditto being 100, anytime I ever need to take it out, it'll be a flat 100. A flat 100 if I ever need to take it out. Whereas, and then you got the other Mon where it's like, no, you still have to pay for me though. You have to pay whatever I've been worth. Which I love too, like the concept of that, because it's not like, it's not time based. So it's like Ditto should definitely cost more than 100, because of all the effort that's been put into it. But no, the game's like, no, it's fine. You could just pay essentially $1. I don't know, because I always imagine that it's like the yen rate when you do this stuff, where it's like, okay, yeah, it's like, you know, 100 Poke or whatever they call it would be like 100 yen, which is the equivalent of like $1. And then deposit. Oh, dude, everybody knows this song, right? Everybody knows what this is from. 721. Okay, no, we can release all the Togepi. And you know what kind of sucks too is I don't know if I'll ever replay Banjo Kazooie on the channel, but I will absolutely play Banjo Tooie again on this channel. Even though I actually liked Kazooie, and I still like Kazooie, but the problem is that like when it comes to playing Banjo Kazooie, the fun for me playing it kind of stops at like the Freezeezy Peak Gobi's Valley area. Like once we go like past that, like Mad Monster Mansion is great aesthetically, but trying to do a lot of the stuff with the pumpkin isn't always like my favorite. Rusty Bucket Bay, the best part of Rusty Bucket is its music. I will always say Rusty Bucket has my favorite music in the Banjo-Kazooie game. Bowser in the Dark World? Why does that sound familiar? Bowser in the Dark World, why does that sound familiar? I feel like I should know what that is, but it's not coming to my mind. Alan, do you have a Firestone for me? Am I raising my opponent? No, you just want to tell me about Love and Care and Spinnerack, which I don't care about. I don't know why, but that sounds very familiar, though. Bowser in the Dark World. I've heard it from something. Unless it's just from you. Which would still be familiarity, nonetheless, though. Unless I'm, like, thinking, like... Because, like, in the Dark Worlds, that sounds familiar. And I just can't think of why. Because, like, I think when, like, I think of, like, Dark World, I think of, like, why can't I remember what the... What is... Oh, Link to the Past. I think that's what it was. I'm not trying to remember, like, what was the SNES Zelda game? 2D. You know, where the legendary pause balls comes from. But yeah, it was that one. I remembered. Because you get a Link to the Past and you get a Link Between Worlds. Oh, okay, my bad. My bad, big dog. I ruined your funny haha. Oh no. Such a nice jam. I think I kind of like Tooie's version of Spiral Mountain a little bit more. Although I know it's supposed to have like the darker and it's just like slow, whatever. Yeah, that's why I'm like, why does it sound familiar? And it was that, yes. That has very good music too. Honestly, I don't think there really is like a... I don't think there's like a single track in Mario 64 that I hear and I'm like, I can do without. I don't think there's any like, I don't think there's a bad jam in that at all. I think like almost most of the music that was in like Mario 64 is pretty good. I mean, everybody likes Dire Dire Doc. I mean, Bomb Bomb Battlefield is just a freaking classic. How do you not like it? I'm trying to think, like, what else, like... Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Like, I don't think there's, like, a song in it that nobody likes. Even though, like, I know people were kind of, like, a little bummed out that there were some levels that, like, reused music from older ones. If it fits, I don't mind it. Like, it's not, like, a bad thing. Oh, boy. Man, I still got to do this until, like, 10:30 or 11. I'm gonna yawn so much. Because I am not gonna be able to drink a lot. Which is, one, a good thing, because drinking's bad. Drinking like that is bad, okay? But, like, for me, like, caffeine does not really keep me awake. I mean, like, I can, like, feel like it kind of, like, wants to, like, have me be a little bit of awake, but, I think for the most part, like, for me, it's, like, I think it's because, like, I have a strong tie. You really have to reach to dislike. Dude, exactly. I mean, even just, like... What is that Nirvana? There's a Nirvana album that's done in this Mario 64 sound font. And it still sounds really good. Like, listening to it, like, it's not bad, like, at all. Like, it's still a good bop. just listening to it. And it's in the Mario 64 sound file. It's the one I think where they have the it's where they got the baby in the water with the dollar bill on a hook or whatever. I think it was like that. I just don't know what the name of it is. But I know I've heard it in the sound font. And yeah, it was still good. Also, why do I have another? Yeah, we had already seen that. What the heck? What do I have that? Oh, it's there. Oh, is he what? Oh, okay, that explains why that was there. I'll go back to this. And have this there. Okay, cool. We are good. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Nah. Alrighty. Eggman. No? Alright, that's fine. How many do we have right now? Oh, we just have the 2 eggs. I do kind of hope we get Meganium before this, without having to go to other trainers. Because I think if I want to now, I have to go and... I have to have a Mon for Surf that can go across to Olivide. But I also would have to beat Morty for that first. Oh, so I gotta... Sorry, I can't spell. Eggman. Nope, no Eggman. That's cool. That's fine. Totally fine. Hell yeah. So also, it's like, it's Conquer music, so like, Conquer music, you gotta be like, you gotta listen to Conquer music, it's so good. Hell yeah. Oh man, I gotta give my ears a little bit of a rest though. Gotta let it breathe. Let them ears breathe a little bit. Because I will say that I've had headphones on most of the day. Not like over-the-ear headphones, but like when I'm at work, I'll have like the buds in, and it's mostly because I need to still be able to just like kind of pop them out. Like over-the-ears aren't bad, and they're probably better for like the soundproofing that they can provide. But I also then have the issue of like, I got those big ass headphones that if I have to take them out, they're a little bit like they'd be like too clunky to carry around. Plus, I also think these are the only wireless headphones that I have. And if I wanted to use these, I don't think I can. I don't think I could. Huh? Come on, Blue Togepi. Blue Togepi. It's gotta happen. Like, my gosh, I've been doing this for so long. Togepi. Why have you forsaken me? No. Oh, okay, we got Eggman. That's fine. Still, well, you know what? No, let's just go pick up the egg. Because I still have space, so there's no reason in going and doing, like, so many PC trips without really needing it. How much? So we've been doing this for 2 hours and 11 minutes? Yeah, I just definitely need to make sure that we're doing well. If I will say, if I kind of end up feeling like I'm like too tired to a point where I don't think I'm going to do well enough because I still want to have it be like 10, 30, 11 for my time just because it gives me the largest window of finally seeing that dadgum Togepi. But if I don't get it, I think I do need to be able to, like, I need to have the sense of being able to be like, all right, maybe I should like just kind of step away, come back tomorrow, and we'll, or either tomorrow or maybe, you know, like starting like Monday, because this week really was supposed to be the start of it. And the only way that I could start it right now is I would have to have a second cartridge to do this. Which I'm looking, and I do have a second cartridge, but not one that I can that is mine. It's actually somebody else's, and I have to take it to work and replace the battery in it. But I first have to find the replacement batteries, which I think I know where they are, and then I have to be able to go to work and switch it out. Because that's what I did with my crystal. That's why this crystal works. And so do my other games, because of the battery save, it's because I took him to work and I fixed him that way. And I think I remember like what I used to like undo the screw in the back, because I didn't have a screwdriver for it. Is I think I ended up using like a pair of like tweezers or something, and just like gripped the prongs or spokes, whatever the grip of the screw, and would like twist it that way. And that got it to work. I got that to be able to like, you know, let it go or to open it. And I just remember being like, man, this feels so janky to do it, but it works. So whatevs. If it works, it works. And it's not breaking anything, so I can be super cool with that. It's not breaking anything. I especially have to be careful because that game that I'll be switching the battery out for is not mine. So I have to make sure I am super careful with it, that I don't, I'm not screwing over somebody else's game. Because I think if I did that, I would personally have to be like, man, I accidentally messed up their game. I'd have to like give them mine or something. And then I would just be like, well, I have this copy of Crystal that I can do like one straight playthrough of, but I cannot turn it off. If I turn it off, we're done. Which I would not, I mean, like if I could do that. I can actually do that in the future, because you can start a save file without saving it, and then just go through, you know, a new game without saving anything. It works out pretty well. Yeah, hi buddy, hello. We still don't have our blue egg. That's a bummer. Big time sad. Stop begging. Not nice. I gave you pets, buddy. I need my hands, and you know this. Yeah, and I know, and the wife isn't going to be here for a couple of hours, so... Because usually she would be home either by now or she'd be on her way. But she had to, Which actually, I just realized, did she not freaking have her kid yet? I gotta check for that. One girl that's supposed to be having a kid today. I haven't heard from her yet. Or, you know, we haven't heard from them yet. Yeah, because I've not heard from them in a couple of hours. Hopefully they're fine. I know, dude, she got induced yesterday at like 11. And it's today. Actually, it's almost the next day. Like, I hope she's doing well. What I really hope happened is that they're more focused on what's actually happening. And that's why we haven't heard anything back from them. I really hope that something bad isn't happening, and, you know, if we find out the worst way possible, where it's like after everything has happened. But I don't think that's the case. She did fine. She killed it. He's killing it. Baby's killing it. Everybody's killing it. Or at least everybody's killing it in the roles that they play. Really not too much of the, you know, a baby can't kill, because they're just like, I just live off mom, and then like one day I have to get out. So like, you know, that's baby's job. All right, gotta do something real quick. Hoy, alright. Oh my gosh, this chair is so freaking warm. Chair is so freaking warm. Like, not being in it for a second, then coming back to it, and it's just like, ew, gross. My gosh, so this Togepi is being a real son of a gun. Hey, Eggman, how many eggs did we have? Oh, not enough to where I have to still go put one away. So we don't need another, we don't need a PC visit just yet. Dun 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 dun. I just realized what I did was like probably gonna clash with the music. Hardcore. Okay. Goldenrod City. No. And then bloop. Nope, nope. I was gonna say Eggman should be there, but no, it's every 256 steps. I don't know where we're at stepwise for that, though we would have seen them already. Doodly doo boop 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 boop. Okay, I was really hoping that rebound was actually gonna give me something, but then it didn't. Kinda lame. And then down. No. Oh, where is it? All right. I'm gonna end up finishing this one off. Delightful. Cool. Whoa. Oh, did I actually do this? No, go away. Hell yeah. Come on, game, be super cool. And bloop. No, no Eggman. Whack. Hey, bloop. Oh man, I'm a sleepy sheepy. But why? Why am I the sleepiest of sheepies? Golly, freaking jeepers. Alright, come on. Blue Togepi. It's gonna happen. Blue Togepi. It's got to. Blue freaking Togepi. No. Oh my gosh, this game really just does not want to give me what it is that I need. I need that sweet blue Togepi. And then we can finally start a run of Crystal. I just need to see that blue spot. And then also more Eggmen. Because I want to have the most eggs possible and try to get through these hatchings as fast as possible. But I also understand the game is going to be like, no, I don't want to give you what you want. Because the game is all like, no, you're going to have a hard time. We're going to make you take forever. And the Ditto's already level 100, so it's not like I'm like, you know, going to be losing money on like, you know, the Ditto getting all that. But right now, when I think the Togepi or Togetic was 65, so it's gained almost 30 levels since I put it in because I had it going at 38. Like, my goodness, absolutely insanity with that whole thing. And then Eggman, no, whack. I was really hoping too, like having the moves on Togetic, and I think it's because of the Ditto I don't get it. I was really hoping it was gonna have a double edged, which I think if I use, because it's a male Togetic, I could probably breed it with like Spearow and get like Spearow with double edge, so that I wouldn't have to worry about like it being a. Or actually, no. I think the other thing I could do is I could try to have like a. Because I think. No, it does. I was gonna say, does Spearow or Pharaoh learn Peck? But it learns Peck. So like I could do like double edge and then Peck on a male Spearow, breed it with one of the Togepis that I have if they end up having really good stats, and I can get a Togetic with Peck and double edge. And I don't know if there's another move that I'd want to have on it. That's an egg move at least. Because I don't think, not really. I don't really, there isn't. How many eggs do we have? 1. What are y'all's stats? Nope. Nope. Okay, so none of y'all have stats that I want to keep, so that's good to know at least. But I would still really like to see another one, though. Another hatching, but I want to see another egg first and foremost. Just so I constantly have, like, progression happening. And, of course, no Eggman. Come on, Eggman, be super cool. No? That's fine? Alright, I'll go all the way back up, and then all the way back down. Or we just jam out with these sweet tunes. Eggman? No? Alright, fine. No Eggman. Whack. Hella whack. That's a knick-knack, Paddywhack. Give the frog alone. Gosh, if anybody's... I'm trying to think of Norm Macdonald. I was going to say, what was his name? But yeah, it was Norm Macdonald's, his long... It was a relatively long joke, but it's also a good joke, too. The whole thing. It's, I think it's just known as like the lone joke. Pretty sure that's what it is. It's the lone joke. Oh, hold on a second. Eggman. Nope. Wiggity whack for the Eggman. So disappointed. And then, come on, Eggman. Oh, whack. Come on, we want more eggs. I need more probabilities of actually hatching it. Come on, alright, cool. No Eggman. Good stuff. Hey, come on, Eggman, be cool. Oh, we get a hatching. Come on. Come on. Come on, please. Blue. We've been doing this for so long. Nuts. I wonder if it would make a difference if it was a female Togetic. I don't know if that's like the case. I don't really know if that would make a difference. I don't know. Eggman? No, golly, jeepers. And then blue. Do 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 do. Oh no, wrong one. Do 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 do. And then, come on, game. I need you to be super nice. Actually, I need to verify something real quick. Okay, so yeah, jams did automatically restart. I didn't know if I had it set up to where when, because I know I've had to change jams once or twice in the past. I didn't know if it kept it for like if it ends, it reloops, but I don't know if it did. But it looks like it did, so we're good. Hell yeah. And then bloop bloop. Alright, come on, game. Being super cool to me. Be cool to me, game. Alright. And then swoosh. Aw, no Eggman. Whack. Wiggity, 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 whack. I remember supposedly like back in the freaking day when like was it Kid Rock or whatever, when they did that whole thing, like back in the day people were like, holy crap, we didn't know people could actually talk like this back then, and like nowadays it's like there are people who are actually like. Actually, do I need to deposit? Oh, actually, let me check out what's his last one. 1980s. Gross, we're not keeping him. Your Pokemon had an egg. We don't know how it got there. We don't know how it got there. We don't know where eggs come from. But you know what? I guess it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't know that, because like we understand the concept of eggs because of chickens. But we don't know if they had chickens. But I would almost feel like they should have like an idea of like what chickens would be. Because I think there's a lot of food that's definitely been like shown. I mean, if the fact that they have cake in the anime, like it has to have the implication of like eggs exist. So they should like definitely know. It's like, okay, so we've seen like we've seen how like eggs work in you know, with chickens. So if a Pokemon has an egg, well shucks, would it just not happen the same way? Oh my gosh, the squeaks. The squeaks. Hell yeah. And then bloop, back up, because apparently we still don't want to have eggs. Do 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 do. Okay, cool. And then we at 8:43. My goodness, it's so early yet it feels late in the night for me, but I know it's not. Hell yeah, Eggman. Did I already put all of the other ones? Yeah, okay, everybody else has been put away. I'm hoping to start seeing what do you call it? I want to see like more phone calls. I'm really hoping that I get another. I want to get a Thunderstone because I don't think I've gotten a Thunderstone yet from this save file. But I know I was able to super luckily got two. What do you call it? Water stones. They spit the eggs out of their mouths like Piccolo. Dude, I don't know how many people are gonna know that reference though. Does that make you a Yoshi? Yes, I'm a green dinosaur. Can I ride you? Which I actually did. I think it was last. Was it last? No, I think it was this year. I think it was this year. I actually watched the original Dragon Ball, so I understand original Dragon Ball references, and I know them legitimately. I still only know Dragon Ball Z abridged. I still only know it because of or Dragon Ball Z is mostly because of abridged. I tried watching it on Crunchyroll, and it just picks and chooses what it has in English, and I was just like, nope, I'm not gonna dance around with English and Japanese and all that other shit. Like I was like, just no. The closest I think I got to something like that was like trying to rewatch Super, but when we watched because like we watched Super, we didn't watch it when it had first started. My wife and I started watching it a couple of weeks before the show came out, or whatever, a couple of weeks or like a month or two. Totally. Do you have a water stone? We should get a battle going. Okay, that's fine. And then, is there any? But no egg. Okay, so I think I'll go fight Tully. Or actually, no, not without repels. I think the only time I'm okay with going to Tully really is if he has a water stone. Because I don't want to buy repels. I need to use the money that I have left towards withdrawing Togetic. Yeah. Have you seen the Cell in Hell episode? Cell in Hell? I saw like one or two episodes of it. I don't mind them, but they did not hold my attention, or at least they didn't grip me as well as their abridged series did. But weirdly, I think what, and if I'm wrong for this, I totally don't mind if it's just me, but I'm one of those where I kind of saw, like, I liked, like, when they first started, with, the first DBZA, it felt very rough, which made sense. And then once they got into, like, once they got to, like, the Frieza saga, they definitely were, I was like, okay, like, this is where they definitely get their, like, their groove going. And then it's like, the Android and Cell saga were just so damn good. And then I think I remember trying to watch like their 30-minute like little compilation, I guess, of what they could keep of what like season or the Boo saga was supposed to be. And I don't know if maybe it's because of like the fact that it had to just be like a compilation. I did not like how they did the whole Boo saga thing. I don't think it was as funny, or at least it was not as funny consistently like Cell Saga and that was. But I also do still keep like the entire series on my phone downloaded on YouTube. I still always keep it downloaded just because it's still like a good listen to if I need something that's like brain turn offy, since I've heard it so many times. The Boo bits, yeah, it's okay, but definitely a back, yeah. So I don't know, like I'm gonna try to watch the whole Cell and Hell thing. I just hope I like it. This is the best music that's in Pokemon Puzzle League. So good, and it's based off of that song in Pikachu's Vacation. So good. And then, boop. Oh, hell yeah, Eggman. Do I need to deposit eggs? No, we still have all eggs. I like Cell and Hell because it's an original idea and his dynamic with Frieza's. Yeah, because I think in, like, any other time that you see those two together, it was... Yeah, because like those two, oh hell yeah, Jungle Japes, good shit. I think in like anything Dragon Ball they did before, they didn't actually interact with each other. They were just like silent because it was never actually them. I don't believe. I do not know though. Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo. Dude, I am so looking forward to December. If y'all, for the few that are out there watching, I will be doing DK64 in December because there is a thing that's called uh, there's a thing that's called DK December apparently that people like to do, and I will be doing that. It'll be awesome. Dag nabbit Togepi, you're lame. So sad. You see them in GT, but Goku makes them a joke. Well, I mean, in GT, I'm pretty sure he was significantly stronger than they were by that point, so that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna step away for a quick second. I think a certain somebody may need to go OUT, so I'll be right back. We're gonna see if he actually needs to, because he's getting a little bit more whiny than usual. So I'll be right back. Okay, cool. So he pretty much just wanted to go back outside because, or he wanted to go outside because there was another dog out there. That's pretty much it. He heard another dog outside and he was like, I want to be out there where the dogs are. And I do not. Where is that water at? Whenever those two were together, they were like, oh, hell yeah, Jungle Japes. Hell yeah, dude. Jungle Japes is so good. This is a pretty solid gym, too. Cannot hate this. Remember those were... Oh no, I accidentally walked into that. Sorry, I had to adjust something. And then... boop! Oh, no Eggman. Whack. Oh boy, freaking howdy, man. Are we at 9? Yeah, I think we should definitely be good for at least 10. I don't know. I'm feeling the desire. I'm still feeling the desire to still see it. But who really knows though? Oh my gosh, encounters. Because I can't multitask. I was gonna say, unless this is a pink drowsy, I don't want to hear it. Bear. Nope. No Eggman. Whack. Goldenrod City. Oh, this is a pretty nice gym. Oh, look at that, Eggman. Give me your eggs. I guess technically they're my eggs, though. Give me my eggs. Hell yeah, Shiny received the egg. How many spots do we have left? 8, 2, 2. Oh, nope. Your speed's low. No, don't want that. Ain't no trick room in this generation. No sirree bob. Ain't no need none of that. Did I get that TM? I think there's a TM that was. Okay, yeah, so I got whatever was over there. Cool. I don't know why, I just had the thought, I was like, wait a minute, because I don't think Torment was in this game. I don't think Torment was until Gen 3. And I'm trying to remember what, there's like a TM I think that you were able to get that's around here. But I don't remember, I think you get Taunt from one of like the buildings that's in between routes. I think that's where you get Taunt in this game. At least that sounds familiar to me. I don't know if I'm just like misremembering crazy or what. Okay, game, come on. I need you to be nice to me. We've been trying to go for Togepi for so long. I know Onyx took forever. Onyx made sense. Onyx had a very long hatch cycle. Togepi doesn't. So like, for the amount of time we've, let me try to even like look and see how much time has essentially been spent trying to get this thing. Cause boy howdy, is Togepi not being like cool at all. So we've got like, yeah, so we got like today. What does this say? Okay, so there's that one. So there's 1, 2. Dude, Togepi is waiting in its egg. Menacingly. Just now seeing that. Hell yeah, dude, it totally is. Just being an absolute dick. I love it. So yeah, which ones have we done? So we got 1, 2. Okay, so we've done 2 where we've been trying to go for Togepi solidly. 1, 2. Yeah, it's been like 2 streams, and I think they were averaging about 2 hours a stream, so 4, 6. I'd say about 5 hours worth of probably just trying to get Togepi alone. So like that's definitely why like I think the frustration is somewhat reasonable. Like I'm not like livid or gonna, you know, just be like I'm not getting it and just smash something, but like come on. It's like 6 hours. I've been nice, I've been good this year, I've done my work, I've paid my taxes, like come on. I should be getting this thing, man. I've earned this. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself, which then will be making me feel justified when I do get it, because I'm like, yes, I earned this. I deserve it, I deserve it. I mean, but that's a matter of opinion and also not a fact, though. No, not an egg. Lame. Goldenrod City. Do. Oh, hell yeah, some Paper Mario jamming. Which, I still have to finish Paper Mario. I think, like, Paper Mario is definitely going to be a game that I need to try to finish soon. Because I know, we're in September? I want to get Paper Mario done. Because then I got to think about what game I want to have, like, kind of take its place. Because, like, what's going to take the place of doing the shiny hunting is going to be just playing through Crystal. But, like, afterwards, it's going to definitely be, like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to really have a game that I'm going to do. Well, I mean, I will have a game that's going to be alternating. But I got to think, do I want it to be, like, Mario Kart and Smash? Because I might do that. Never played it? Dude, I hadn't either. That's why I'm playing it now. Because I had never played it before. And, I mean, I've seen people play it. But like I said, myself, I've never played it. And I did follow the advice of many people where they said make sure to like invest in badges first, because like dude, you really can go through the majority of the game with just like upping your badges and you'll do just fine. Like the badges, the power that you get or the abilities that come with using those is absolutely stellar. Alan, be cool with us. I've studied. You just want to battle. Okay, you can battle. So there isn't a go-to game for me. I do try to play something that kind of fits the mood. I think if I do anything that would be close to it, it might be like the Ghostbusters remaster that we have on Switch. Like, I think that's one where I might try to play that game again. I also still have Metroid Prime Remastered that I have not played yet. I know I tried playing Metroid Dread, like, last year or something, but I think, I don't think I was at a point where I was ready to try that. I think this year I'd be, like, you know, I think this year I'd probably be more like... I think I have the kind of, I have the gathering now where I feel like doing something like that would probably feel a little bit better. House of the Dead for Switch. Ooh, that sounds neat. I actually have I've never played it, but a part of me wants to play it on here. I have Monster House for the GBA. I have no idea how that game actually is or how it would play. But I remember liking the movie kind of. I just remember the big thing about Monster House is I think it was one of like that movie kind of relied very heavily on motion capture, and just the idea of what Monster House was also was like kind of nutso for freaking was kind of nuts for like a kid's movie, because it kind of didn't feel like it a lot. Like, it was super weird. Dang it, guy in red. I got in trouble for playing in the basement of the department store. That makes you a bad person. Why are you a bad person? Not cool. The movie was weird. I mean, like, it would be on Cartoon Network. That was pretty much like, because you know how like Cartoon Network does all those like Halloween ass movies and stuff. Like Monster House was one where like at least like 3 times a week they'd put it on. So like I remember like that's when I mostly saw it. We never owned it ourselves though. We always ended up watching it when it was airing on TV. But yeah, no, it was not. I can't even tell you like what company like made the movie. I don't even remember who it was, because it didn't feel like a DreamWorks movie, and it did. It was definitely like it definitely didn't feel like it. You know what? Who did make that movie? Monster House. Yeah, and it was yeah. Oh yeah, no, like it wasn't like scary. I mean, the fact that it's also like horror comedy. Released. Oh yeah, and then like the fact that like Steve Buscemi was like the main guy or whatever. But who made it? Moral plot viewing. Who made? Okay. Okay, so Columbia Pictures. Oh, I mean, I guess. Okay. Paranorman? I think. Yeah, because Paranorman was like the same thing. I don't even think I ever watched Paranorman. I don't, and you know that actually was like a movie where it's like, see, also, I don't remember anything about Paranorman. Was that like the same people? Oh, apparently I can. You can rent it on Prime. That's lame. Wow, that movie has an 89% for Rotten. It's got pretty much like between 70 and 90% across the board. Movie did well enough. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw it. I don't even know what it was. Wait, Paranorman. Oh, you know what? No, I do remember seeing this movie. And I remember there's that bit at the end where like after everything happens, because for some reason I thought it was Frankenweenie that did it, but I guess it was this movie, because I think my wife wanted to go see it, because it gave her like yeah, no, it gave her like Nightmare Before Christmas vibe, so she was like, I think I want to go see it, and then we ended up seeing it, and I was just like, yeah, I didn't want to go in the first place, so like I didn't care about how I thought of it. And I think like the only part that I kind of like laughed at was also in high school. Yeah, same. I was in high school as well. Um, I think because like that was like at the end of it or whatever when they like the one dude who I think like the girl is trying to like hook up with or whatever. And I think but like toward the end of the movie the guy is like, oh yeah, my boyfriend would love this or something, and then she just kind of looks at him like, wait, what? I think I remember that part. That was like one of the only parts that I actually laughed at. And my wife was just like, she was like, you thought that was funny? And I'm like, oh dude, I was like, do you realize the build up for this entire movie? And it just then landed with that punchline. I was like, that was perfect. It was hilarious. She was like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know if that was funny. And I'm like, well, it freaking was. Because it's just that whole movie. Oh, dude, the Wii Shop channel. Dude, Wii Shop channel. The world misses you. It's so sad that Nintendo shut you down. You had some of the best music ever. Like, dude, Wii Shop channel made you want to shop. But also, I think it's been a minute since I've seen you. What's going on, dude? I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't know if... Oh, damn it. Damn it, Bosco, your hair just floating in the air and shit. But it's because I have the fan going. Dude, this Togepi hates me. I don't know what I did to this thing, but Togepi, not a fan of me. Kind of making my heart a little sad. Man, we're really going to have to like continue like hunting for this freaking Togepi for who knows how long. My gosh. Conflabbit. Oh yeah, and I was paying attention. I actually scooched over to the side there. Oh, good golly! Like, I would love to just see Togepi. I mean, I would have loved to have seen Togepi for a while. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, a part of me was gonna do Onyx last, but Onyx would have taken just as long. I don't even. It's just that the odds are not in my favor. That's my biggest issue. Still working on being left alone in the dark, dude. I love being in like darkness, like low light, which kind of sucks because I'm doing this. But I'm hoping that maybe when I do a Halloween game, I can actually like have the room be like darker, and it makes sense. Like it work out aesthetically to have that. We shop just know we miss you. Dude. Although it is nice that I think there's a, I know it's at least an hour long loop, but I mean you can also just with how YouTube and shit is nowadays, you can just put it on loop. But the fact that you can actually just be like on the Wii Shop channel on loop for an hour is so nice. And it is probably one of those few songs that I can listen to it for hours and hours and hours. Which, funny enough, like one of the other songs that I can do that with, that I know other people can't, and it is such a good song to have to get people to go away if you do not want them around, is Rusty Bucket Bay. Hiccups. I can listen to Rusty Bucket Bay all day, and it does not bother me. And I know people who are just like, Rusty Bucket Bay is the worst music ever, and I'm like, good, I'm gonna keep playing it. I miss it too, but I was just good. But slop with AI, shit didn't happen to me, dude. I don't even know, like, AI doesn't need to be. I don't know. Maybe it called me old fashioned, but I don't think everything needs to have AI involved with it. It might just be me, but I feel like AI is just kind of slop or lazy. It's lazy, but then also like it takes out the artistry of a lot of things, and also like you kind of also end up having a lot of things kind of being at the whim of like what a computer decides essentially. Like that can be scary. Also, Togepi, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me so? Boy howdy. I miss me too. I'm rereading that. I miss me too. Dude, if you guys have been here for the 3 hours that I've been around, man, I appreciate y'all that are hanging out. And I've appreciated the likes that y'all have left. At some point in the future, we will continue, or as the future comes on, we are going to gather more and more people. And this channel will become nothing but greatness. We will have quality, not quantity. It'll be fantabulous. Here's my problem with AI. They're trying to make it smarter and be able to do more, like, have these people never... Dude, and it's so weird how that is, like, the argument that always happens, too. It's like, guys, it's like, have you not seen Terminator? Have you not seen Age of Ultron? Like, Age of Ultron's not that old. Like, that was, what, 2014 or whatever? Like, it existed. It happened. Like, we were all there. We saw it. It's like, yeah, like that. Well, it's like that, but, like, you also have the potential, too, where, like, there are people who kind of become a little bit too reliant on it. Like, that's not going to be fun. And also, like, I mean, AI is just kind of, like, a stealer of ideas because it does not create. It just... I know this is going to sound probably weird saying it, but it does not create, it generates. Because it just takes, it'll take an amalgamation of like multiple things and then make something and call it original, which is not the case. But it'll do it anyways. Like, I'll admit the only thing that I've probably used AI for, I would be getting a Switch 2 because my Switch 1 is banned from online and it sucks. But my Switch Lite is not banned. Yeah, the Switch 2 has been super nice, but I still think it definitely needs more to it to make it, like so far for what's come out since its release, there has not been a game where I'm like, oh, finally, the reason I bought a Switch 2. Because, like, Mario Kart World's been nice, but I think Mario Kart World definitely needs a little bit more to it to actually make it kind of feel like the price we paid for was worth it. Um, the only really great thing that kind of came out of the Switch 2 was the some of the grades they got Switch 2 versions without having to pay for it. Those were really nice. I do like those. But yeah, the only thing that I have used AI for, and I don't use it anymore, was my old waiting screen. Was it had that picture of a slacking, but it was like it looked like it was a neon light. That was the only thing I had used for it so far, and I just did it because I don't have the skills to make that. And I was like, you know what? I'm still using like a, I'm not using like a, like I don't know. For what it was that I was doing, I was like, I could either try to pay somebody who can do this, and I don't know how they're gonna do it, or I can just quickly get this done and not be proud of it, but it's something I did. But now I'm using art that I did use from somebody from my Discord server. I think they still go by Certified Rock Eater. I'm not 100% on that. But they did the art for my banner, and that's where my starting soon comes from. It's from them. Wii games need to have a second chance on Switch Online. Dude, like that, I still think, like, if they made another Wii U, which I think there's a justifiable reason to have it, or if they don't make a Wii U, which they wouldn't, but if they made an add-on that pretty much gave the Switch a second screen, or if they just said, like, if you have a Switch 1, you can do this, or if you even had like an old Wii U, if they could do it, like they need to be able to bring back having like DS games in their eShop or whatever, or have like the DS come to NSO or whatever, which would really suck. I hope we wouldn't do that, but if they can get classic games to be on a paid subscription service, like sadly modern Nintendo will do that. But I just want some kind of peripheral to make it to where you can play DS games again. Because so far, that's the only way I can stream my DS games that I have on my Wii U for y'all that's not using, like, a camera. Could you, Mario Kart would be perfect for HD port? Dude, right? Can you imagine how jacked your character's legs are after all this biking? Are you kidding? My character's probably looking like Taylor Swift being all super skinny. Like, you just, like, yeah, you'll get, like, toned, but, like, this, you're gonna end up, like, sweating more than anything. I'm just burning fat right now. I need Mario Kart Wii so bad. I don't know when the last time I played it was, but I was playing Mario Kart Wii on the channel. Just going through the pre's and trying to get, like, first place and stuff. I kind of want to start doing that again, but like right now I'm wanting to do like Mario Kart World, just because we're able to get we're getting people on there to join in and do the races and stuff. It's been pretty nice. I think I'll save like Mario Kart Wii for like if I do like early morning streams and stuff, just so it's like it's something that I can do, that it's not gonna be like during like my prime time of when I do things, and like it's something that'll still be there for like people in the future who'd want to see it, or if for some reason somebody's like, yeah, I know it's only like 9 or 10 a.m., but you know what? This fella's streaming a game. I'll hang out here for a little while, and it'll just be Mario Kart Wii, and it's like, all right, whatever. Which also, the first time I played Mario Kart Wii with the nunchuck was a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it was in my last time I played Mario Kart Wii on stream. Was the first time I think I tried playing that game with the nunchuck. I had never done it prior to. It's possible to happen in a couple years. Dude, word. That'd be so nice. So nice. Golly, I need to get the Togepi today. We've got to. It's gotta happen, right? Did I have that title having that? Oh no, I have my title saying for sure we'll get Shiny Togepi today. Oh no. I'm gonna definitely have to change that. I don't know. The odds should be in our favor. But the game is not in my favor. And these trainers are walking all up in my grill, trying to stop me from being able to freaking get my stuff. Dude, the levels that Togetic got, and the fact that I have Ditto now level 100 is astonishing. I've done so much breeding in this game. We got Ditto from level 62 or 4 to 100. And then just from Togepi alone got it to go from 38 to 65, probably like 66, 67 now. I've done so much walking. Oh my gosh. Come on, blue. Fuck, it's not. Oh, Togepi. Why? And I'm trying to think, if I got my other shiny Ditto that's not apparent to this, one of these Togepis, like, I'm wondering, does it matter if Togetic is male? I don't think it does. Since we got Donkey Kong Country Returns. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, no, there's probably gonna be more, like... I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, what's another Wii game that could get an HD port that, I mean, could be released, like, now, that wouldn't feel like a waste of time if they did it. Ooh, you know what? If this might sound crazy, but if they actually used, if they used Battle Revolution as a basis to make a, if they used Battle Revolution and made another freaking, like, Battle Revolution game, which I know people are just like, if they have the modern games that can do the battle systems, what's the point? Like, those people who say that have never actually played Stadium or Battle Revolution and don't know, like, how fantastic and well made those games are, especially with the personality that's added to them. They just don't know. Hell yeah, Pokemon Snap music. Even right now, this is Pokemon Snap music. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. Hell yeah, Rainbow Road. Dude, this is probably one of my favorite Rainbow Road music. Songs? Tracks? Soundtracks. Rainbow Road soundtrack. I was gonna say track, but I was like, no, that's just Rainbow Road, the road. Although N64 still has my favorite track. Just because it actually takes forever. And it disappointed the fuck out of me when in Deluxe, or I think just Mario, yeah, and Mario Kart 8 in general. The fact that they're like, yeah, we'll give you Rainbow Road N64, but you only go through it one time. I was like, that's lame. They shouldn't have done that. Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Road was meant to be truly trials and tribulations, and it was supposed to be a test of your willpower. And then they pussified it, and they made it to where you only go around it once. So lame. It's a battle of endurance at that point. You made it all the way through the game. Now you gotta do N64 Rainbow Road. Best of luck to you. Are you tough enough to do Rainbow Road 64? It's like, I really miss Wii Mario Circuit. Wii's Mario Circuit, all the Mario circuits are always so, like, I think they're almost like the quintessential, like, Mario Kart tracks, just because they're always just so, like, I mean, they're fun to do, like, they're fun to be on. Like, it's not always just, like, you know, it's not gonna be like, what was that, Baby Park, I think it was called, where it's literally just, like, a small oval, like, it's not like that. But it's still like that kind of like simplicity that you can just appreciate. I think that those circuit courses always did super well. We're at 9:28. How tough am I? I played Rainbow Road on Mario Kart 64 and it only took me 20 minutes. Do you do the Do you do it like at the first at that first like that first drop? Do you do the hop so that you just kind of like go like across and then you just slam down at the bottom of that hill? I know that's one of my go-tos whenever I play the game. This music is so, dude. There's a remake of this song that like every time I hear it, I always end up just kind of being like, oh, I love this. This music is so good. I mean, I can always listen to the original too, and I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. But there's a cover that somebody did that's just so damn good. Never tried that? What? That's craziness. Yes, hi, buddy. No, I'm busy. Yeah. My dog is such a whiner. He's such a big baby. He's a big old baby. Actually, you guys can see his booty there. He's not facing this way, so you can't see his face. I'll have to adjust the camera so you guys will be able to see that in the future. Mario Kart is not my game. Oh yeah, that's right. But you did say the two that you did play was 64 and 8. Which sounds like that those should be in the opposite order, but no. It's not 8, that's 64. It's 64. I'm yawning. Yawning is not cool. It's 64 and then 8. I don't know, was that... Would y'all consider that, like, kind of lazy, the fact that, like, for game titles back then, they were literally just calling everything, like, 64? Even though, like, the Mega Man game that they had on the 64 wasn't even, like, Mega Man 64. It was, like, it was on the PS1 also, but yet they were just like, we're gonna call it Mega Man 64. Like, why? I'm going to Mario Kart World probably for Christmas. What? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I guess I did yesterday I did Mario Kart World on stream and it went super well. I'm gonna definitely be doing it again. I think like I said I want to definitely do Mario Kart, like, you know, one of the Mario Karts, because I actually wouldn't mind also doing 64, because you can also do that on the NSO. Super Circuit, I want to do a I want to play Super Circuit. I know though to get everything from Super Circuit is a very tedious. It's a nice, but it's a very tedious Mario Kart game, and I want to play through that at some point. I don't know if I'll do that this year. Like, I don't know why. Like, Mario Kart Super Circuit for me feels like a it feels like a good game to play in like the spring. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because of like the colors they use for it. Like, that for me, like that sounds about right. Playing Mario Kart Super Circuit in the spring. I think it's also because I just don't like the trying to do like that kind of game and then it be like in the winter. I'll just be like, this is clashing. I don't like this. I don't know. Gosh, and I just realized too, I don't think I have like any Christmas games either. I really don't. I mean, SSX Tricky, I guess? That's got snow in it, right? I just hope that I can actually play that. Because I think I have it for the GameCube. The issue I end up having is, like, it's either that or, like, the PS2 version, whichever one I had. The memory card, the save data always liked getting corrupted. Which, I mean, wouldn't be, like, terrible, because then it just gives me a reason to have to just, you know, do the races again. I have to start getting for wreck. Be shiny already. Did I just say get ready for wreck? Wait a minute, you're still here? I thought, wait, it's Friday. I'm assuming maybe you work later on Fridays? But I was gonna say, I thought you work at like around 7:30 or 8. Ooh, my phone vibrated. What could that be? Oh, it's something else. No need to worry. Actually, how many eggs do we have right now? We have all those. Okay, so we got like maybe like 2, possibly 3 more eggs that can hatch before you have to go. Dude, it's the weekend for me too. Well, I mean, it started now. It's Friday night for me. It's Friday at 9:30, which I'm starting to wonder if like I think like 10 o'clock is probably gonna be my cutoff, which is gonna be a bummer. But like, dude, I am not the fun kind of tired right now. But like I said, I think what I might, well, I work at 7 on Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday I work at 5. Oh wait. Oh, that's right, you're West Coast. I didn't think about that. I'm like, hold on, what do you mean that's 7? It's about to be that. You're West Coast. I'm so used to people being like Central Time. Like everybody that like I seem to end up like kind of meeting online is like Central Time, except for Mr. Rye. He's a fellow Ohioan like me. Nasty ass Ohio. Come on, Togepi, you can do it. Do it for Renegade. Be blue. Wow, Togepi said go fuck yourself, Renegade. Alright. Give a nickname to Togepi? Yeah. Asshole. Because that's what it's doing right now. Come on. Next Togepi, be cool. Be cool for Renegade. I mean, and I guess me too, that would be kind of nice. I think I'm the only West Coaster in the community. Doesn't it say... Oh, actually... I don't remember what time zone Rich is. I think Rich might also be... Rich might be West Coast. I think so? I'd have to find out. I'd have to double check. I think Rich is wet. No, he might be Central. He might be Central. And then I think Joe's East Coast. Isn't Joe in like Virginia or something? I don't know why. Like Virginia sounds like a... That sounds like the right location for Joe to be at. Seems like a Virginian. Where it's like, yeah, it's the South, but they don't have like the accent, really. I had family that lived in West Virginia. West Virginia was not bad. I liked going through the hills and the mountains. Especially when you're like in the backseat of a 15-passenger van and you're going across some of those hills. That shit is fun. It's me, Alan. Okay. But you don't have a Firestone for me? So, I don't really care. Yeah, hi, buddy. Hello. Buddy. Hi, buddy. I need you to chill. It's okay. You've already gone out. You're fine. He's such a needy bitch. Joe sounds like a Jersey accent. You hear Jersey? Because my wife is from Jersey, so, like, I'm trying to, like... I mean, she's been in Ohio most of her life, though, so it's not like she's gonna have, like, the Jersey accent anymore. But, like, I don't know if I would, like... I don't know if that makes sense to me. Like, Joe having a Jersey accent? I don't know. I don't know. You know what, though? I can hear, like, maybe northeast. Like, northeast. Like, I don't know, maybe... Wait a minute, hold on. Isn't there somebody... I think there's somebody that's in, like, New Hampshire. Is that Joe? Is Joe a New Hampshire guy? I think I remember somebody talking about being, like, up there in, like, one of those areas. Or, no, is that one of the... I think there's somebody who's a, I think there's a mod who's from New Hampshire. There's somebody that's up from that area. I just know that I've been to Rhode Island, like, once. Rhode Island is expensive, and they don't tell you that. There's no way to play Mario Kart Wii on modern consoles without emulating. Sadly, yeah. And especially now with, like, Mario Kart World and 8 having done the, you know, like, the tracks on there, there's probably enough argument where people would be like, if they're gonna do anything with Mario Kart Wii, they should just add the tracks to it. But like, it's not the same. Mills's New Hampshire. Oh, that's who I'm thinking of. New Hampshire. Yeah, I guess I can kind of hear that a little bit. I can see that. I feel like I have like one of my wife's hairs stuck in this shirt from like doing laundry. I don't know why. Like it just feels weird. Togepi, you were not blue. Renegade is disappointed in you now. That means he's gonna have to leave soon. He's gonna miss, or actually, you know, I don't even know if there's gonna be a whole missing out point. I think the issue we're gonna have here is like I'm gonna be too tired for this. I'm gonna have to change the title because I said we were gonna get it for sure, and this game said no, we're not. I love the way the looked like they were in HD when I first. I like the way the Wii games looked like they were, like in HD when I first played it. Yeah, there's. I don't know, like it's weird. Like when things have like a, like when everything has to try to look really 3D. I feel like a lot of like the personality kind of gets taken out of it. And I know that like it's not like they're gonna, you know, like if they make a game where they even try to be like, look, it's pixel art, like they still want to make the pixel art look like super detailed, or like everything else around it's gonna be like hella detailed. But there's not like things now where they just have like an art style that does not really, an art style that would not look good if it was not in 4K, or at least in like a high definition, or I guess no, because HD was technically like 1080p. But even then, Mario Kart wasn't. Those games were still. I think those were still 720, right? Mario Wii HD could work. Yeah, I think it could. Also, can you? I don't remember if you can. Can you pair? Like, was there a way where you could pair Wiimotes to the Switch? For some reason, I felt like there was a way you could. Or is that like a thing somebody did? Like somebody made it possible to do that? Okay, we have room for an egg. I don't know, I thought I remember that being a thing. Like, you weren't able to, like, necessarily use the pointer aspect of it, but I could have sworn there was, like, somebody who was like, look, I made it to where you can use the Wii mode on Switch. I don't remember. Like I said, if I'm misremembering, like, that's totally fine with that being the case. I feel like I'm not. I have no idea what this song is from. Somebody may. I don't want to go in the grass. No. Do, do, do. With an adapter? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, then they probably wouldn't do it then. I don't think so. Dude, what I actually really hoped that they were going to do at some point was... Because I think it's something they could do, is they need to create like a... they need to make an adapter for like Game Boy games. And when I say Game Boy games, I don't mean they should make like one specifically for Game Boy Advance. They should make one specifically for Game Boy Color and the other for Game... Like, they need to make, like, a Game Boy, like, adapter for the Switch that can work for both Switch 1 and Switch 2, so that you're able to play your, like, those games on that. And then also if they could... Because I bet you they could figure it out. You know, kind of trying to, like, reverse engineer how, Nope, apparently it's never, Renegade. Togepi does not want to be nice to you, man. Like, unless you can stay for like one more egg hatch and then hope for the best there, that was the note you might end on. But I think they need to make an adapter so that you can play the Game Boy games on your Switch, Like, even if it's just, like, something that plugs into the USB port, and it's, like, you know, powered through the console, reads the Game Boy, they should be able to do that. Kind of like how they do, like, the GameCube with the Game Boy player. They could do that. Wii Classics are possible for the future because Switch is not even 10 years. Of course. Exactly. Also, no tears, Renegade. It's gonna happen someday. Someday. It's gonna happen. It has to happen. I'm telling myself it has to happen. So it's going to... Girl, it's gonna have to happen. Or at least it should. It'd be very nice if it did. But I can understand if it doesn't want to. I think Onyx took like 2 or 3 streams to do it. And Togepi's on its 3rd right now of trying to get it. So now I think time-wise, Togepi might have the same amount of time put in as Dratini and Onyx. Onyx may have had a little bit more put in. Blue. 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 No. Why? Conflabbit Togepi? Yeah, I just like closed my eyes. And my eyes were like, we're not opening back up. Holy crap, that's not good. It'll probably be in like 16:9 ratio for a week. I kind of hope that would be the case. I don't think it needs to be anything like crazy. Yeah, no, then that makes sense. I kind of would hope they would do that a little bit, but I mean, who knows? Oh, fudge. I cannot be... Actually, no. It makes sense that I'm this tired. I've been up since 4. And I've been up for, let's see, 4, 12. I'll see you later, Renegade. Maybe tomorrow or another day. And then I'll be looking forward to when you do DK64 next. Because Renegade's been playing through DK64. And I've been peeping at those. But that's because DK64 is just really good. So anytime you're able to watch DK64, it's like, hell yeah. Want some of that sweet DK action. Which I won't actually play until December. But yeah, so we've got all of September to worry about games to play. And then we got October. I think October we're definitely going to be doing like, I don't know if I want to do Metroid Dread or Metroid Prime Remastered. I kind of want to do Prime Remastered. You do Prime Remastered and then like some of the Castlevania games. I want to try those out. I've never played those really before. I already played Shadow the Hedgehog, so I really don't want to do that. Oh yeah, and then the Ghostbusters remaster that we have on Switch. I think I will probably end up playing that one again. It's been at least like almost 3 years, probably more or less, since I've played that game. And when I played it last, I 100%ed it. Like when my wife played it, she could not 100% it. She's like, no, I want to just get through it. Like she's like, I like the progression. Whereas I like the collection aspect of it. Plus, I also liked reading all the lore and the story that was put behind that stuff. I like that kind of stuff. She does not. She couldn't care less about all the fancy stuff with it. Oh, pardon me, golly. Yeah, I want to end it on a clean hour, but like, I think I'm starting to yawn a little bit too much, and I don't think people are gonna really like it all that much. Man, just no Togepi wants to be cool. Daggum shame. Release this Togepi too. None of them want to be cool, man. Not at all. Not at all. They're all being a bunch of rotten eggs. My goodness, we were surprised the Pokemon was holding an egg. You do want it, yes? Yeah, sure. Like, hell yeah, I do. Alright, bye, old man. Okay. But yeah. No, we're gonna go till 10. I did say through 10. I mean, originally I said I was gonna try to do 10, 30, 11, but no, I think 10 is probably gonna be a safe bet. I'm yawning too much. I don't like it. But I really wanted to give myself the chance to have Togepi hatch today. But almost 4 hours worth of this, dude. If it happens and Renegade's not here, I'ma laugh. I'ma laugh so freaking hard if that ends up being the case. I mean, we don't have it, so not yet. But if it happens as soon as he leaves, that would be so funny. I'll definitely have to make sure that I add him somewhere and just be like, look what happened. And then just be like, damn it, I wasn't there. It's like, yeah, you weren't there. And then you could play that, was that in Gold Member? I think it was Gold Member. That for anybody who ever saw it, that Daddy Wasn't There song, which I think was a real song, and they just like decided to like cover it. Funny song, especially like, you know, just like the fact that it's like Austin Powers doing it. You're like, all right, I guess this makes sense. Okay, let's get us another egg. I also gotta get another playlist for this. Like I like this one. It's 4 hours of different music, but I wanna have like another playlist of music. I think I'm gonna end up trying to get some. I'm gonna get a SNES compilation downloaded or whatever, so that we can listen to that. I think that'll be super neat. Because everybody likes SNES music, right? Yeah, sure. Sure, everybody loves the SNES music. I think if I went down to like NES music, I'm pretty sure that like everybody would be like on that. Nintendo is unpredictable with releases, especially like lately. Like they're just like, we're not gonna tell you when this game comes out, but we're gonna let you know we're making it. Like for me, when you get like Nintendo that just kind of like says they're making something, but they don't give you a time. Come on, Togepi, I need you to be cool. I need you to be cool. It'll be especially funny if Renegade wasn't here and you popped out, but I understand if you don't want to. But yeah, like it almost seems like Nintendo has to do this thing where they're just like, we know we haven't put anything out in a while. Like, don't lose interest in us. Like, we promise we're doing stuff. Like, look, I mean, they announced how long ago that Legends EA was going to be a thing? Like, almost a year ago now or something? Or at least, like, well into, like, early in the year? It's like, you guys didn't need to announce it so early. But I will also say, too, like, I think that another idea that I kind of have with it is that maybe they try to do that so that there's a it's like you build up anticipation for the game, and that's why they announce it like, you know, so far out from their release dates, is they're just like, we want to make you guys really like it, and then when you get that anticipation and then it maybe starts to like wane, and then they do what they're doing now, and they're gonna be like, it'll be like, okay, well now you guys are gonna see like some megas that we're gonna be having in the next one. Like, you guys want that, right? Super Mario 3D Land HD? See, like, that's a weird one. If they did it, would the camera be adjustable? Or are they going to continue doing, like, the whole, like, fixed camera thing where it's only, like, you know, it's in certain spots? Kind of like how, like, Resident Evil kind of did it. Because, like, you really couldn't control the camera in 3D Land. Like, would they do that? Because, like, if the game is, like, sadly, if it's not on the 3DS and has the HD, or not the HD, the 3D effect, I don't know how effective, like, having 3D Land on the Switch would be. Unless it's maybe because the quality is nicer, maybe that would help with the depth perception a little bit. Just because with a lot of those camera angles, they really did rely on that. It was pretty noticeable. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on, Togepi. Especially while Renegade is gone. Shine for us. Do it for the lulz. Do it for the funny ha-has. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm only going to be on for like another 5 minutes. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, Togepi. Don't let the title end up being false. Don't let the title be false. Oh. She walked in her way again. Golly jeepers. At least the red has not, the red has not walked in front of me as much, but green still just likes to just like put herself in front, just be like, "Hi, what you doing?" It's like, I'm trying to walk here. Yeah, I don't know, like, yeah, like, dude, 3D Land. I think I have 3D Land on like that I could play. I can't stream it unless if I streamed it, it'd have to be through a camera, and it would probably look like crap. Yeah, that is like the only way that I would probably be able to do it is through that way. And depending on how it went, I wouldn't mind doing that. I just don't think I'm going to ever. I mean, it would just have to be like super. I mean, it would have to just be like very specific if I did it. Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm definitely, like, my eyes are definitely, like, getting to the point of heaviness where it's, like, every time I'm, like, when I'm blinking now, it's just, like, you're so tired. It's, like, stop reminding me, eyes. We know. I don't know, whenever I'm saying, like, we know, especially that way, like, it's making me want to watch Hercules. A bouncing baby boy. Because I'm thinking of the, not the muses. What were they? The fortune tellers. I don't remember what their like the title was. What their titles or their names were in Hercules. But like the three sisters that like that share the eyeball, and then they use the eyeball to like look into the future and stuff. Freaking love those sisters. They're funny. And then like you just get Hades when they just keep saying we know. He's like, I know. You know, I know, you know, you know, I know, you know, I know, you know. he just wants to say it all. Because that's his character. That's what he does. Which also, like Hades and Hercules, probably my favorite Disney antagonist. Lord Frollo was pretty fucked up though. Like Frollo was he had such a strong personality. Gina, do you have an item for me? No, practice partner. Okay, why not? Get a battle in real quick, I guess. And then we'll try to get like one more hatch in. I've been waiting. What do you mean waiting? You called me 20 seconds ago, if that. I mean, you probably started the call like 20, 30 seconds ago, but the call ended like 15, 20 seconds ago. Like, what are you doing? Chill. It's not that serious. Did you learn? You did learn Body Slam already. Cool. I don't think we're gonna get the level up here. I know you have Ivysaur at this point. Yeah, because I think it's 14, 14, and then I think she still has Ivysaur, but it might be 14. 14 or 16. I'm gonna say it's 16, right? Ivysaur. So now we've technically seen an Ivysaur. Oh, at level 17? Oh, okay. That's actually not a bad level at all. Oh, wow, he lived. What was the logic behind that? 513. Hell yeah, dude, you can't win. And down. Now come on, we're gonna hatch one more egg and then we're gonna call it a day. Like I said, I sadly I'm too tired and I really thought that the game was gonna be chill. and give us our boy. And it totally did it. Oh, egg, I want you to hatch. Because I think, right, we have an egg here that's... Okay, so yeah, no, we got all those. What are your... Okay, so the speed's not great. So, nope, we wouldn't keep that Togepi. Because I start with, like, the HP first. Because, like, if the HP's good, well, then, yeah, there's no reason, like... Alright, that's, you know, it's a good start. And then how do the other stats look? Deposit. Actually, let me look at the stats just in case I, like, weirdly don't know how to recognize a shiny by its base color. Or just basically by the color. But no, I'm pretty sure Togepi is, like, significant enough with its color change that you can notice it. Not in newer games. In newer games, you actually have to, like, really try and look. And just be like, okay, yeah, no, that one for sure is. Because it's like, that one you have to look at the spots on it. Unless you have, like, the perfect lighting and it shows, like, the actual... Because I think it's, like, a more peachy color and not, like, a... Almost like an eggshell beige color. Oh, look at that. At 9:59, we hatch our last egg. Come on. No. So apparently not today for Togepi. Big sad. No, we do not want to give a nickname to it. I mean, it's 19, which is nice. That's cool. Oh, and his stats aren't even that great. Huge bummer. So we don't have a thing for you. And let's go deposit Togepi, or let's go release Togepi first. Do this, release, get out of here, Togepi. And then we're going to go to the entrance and we're going to save. I appreciate everybody that hung out today. I appreciate everybody who also is just as sad as I am that we didn't get it today. Because just the game does not want to be nice to us. And it doesn't want me to feel like I've earned it. Just, nope, we can't have that. That wouldn't be very cash money. So, for sure, we will be back tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to continue breeding for Togepis. Because I really want to start Crystal tomorrow. Like, the proper playthrough tomorrow. So, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Thanks, everybody. And with that, if it's daytime for you, have a good day. If it's nighttime like it is for me, have a good evening. See you tomorrow. And we're done.